Well, that audio is a bit wild. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a moment, getting audio set up. There we go. It looks like we are live and we have audio today, which is a bit different than yesterday. So just kind of verifying everything is good. What is up, musical gamer Addy? How are you doing today? How are you doing? How are you doing? I think I got everything set up here. Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me okay? Yup.
Yep, excellent, sweet. Hey, welcome into the channel, everyone. My name is Unchallenged. Welcome to Unchallenged Gaming. Today, we're going to be continuing our adventure on our Hardcore World of Warcraft Hardcore Priest. Today, we're going to be continuing our adventure in Felwood. We're level 56. We're hoping to get level 57 today, which will put us just 3 levels away from level 60 on the hardcore side. So really quick shout out to musical gamer Addy, who was the first one in the chat today. So big shout out to them. And we're gonna go ahead and get logged in. If you guys have any specific questions from me, you guys can always ask in the chat. If you guys are watching this on the repeat, then definitely drop your comment down below in the comment section. I do read and reply to all comments, so definitely check it out there. Also, yeah, if you guys are watching on the YouTube side, I am streaming on YouTube horizontal, YouTube vertical, and also over on Twitch. So whatever is your preference of watching the stream, definitely check either of them out. But if you guys are watching on the YouTube side, I do have some links down below of how you can help support the channel. You guys can get $5 by signing up for Cash App or Venmo, or up to $325 by signing up for a SoFi Money account. Or if you just want to start investing, you can get the other link for SoFi investing. Deposit 25 bucks and get 25 bucks for yourself. So that is it as far as the intros. Okay, we are getting logged in here, and yesterday we logged off in Felwood. You can kind of take a look at the map. I thought we had done a lot of it. We still have quite a bit to go. So we're gonna get going. The first thing that we're gonna be heading off to is we're gonna be going and taking care of the Jadefire Shadowstalkers by doing the quest by any means necessary. So what is up, musical gamer Addy? How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a few days, or I think it may have been last week that you popped into the stream. But welcome in, welcome in. We'll go ahead and quickly go over our gear and talents. I'll go ahead and post it there. We'll go over gear and talents here at the mark here. Okay, so let me go ahead and move my camera around so that on the vertical side, everyone can kind of see our gear and talents. Okay, I did post all of this over in the Discord server as far as what my leveling spec will be. I'm leveling Discipline, but I do have a few points into Holy and Shadow. So essentially when leveling, I went with the Wand specialization, picked up then Spirit Tap, went into Holy, put 10 points into Holy for that interruption reduction, the percent crit, 3% crit, and then a half a second off my cast. Then I went into the Discipline tree and continued to move higher through the tree up until maxing out.
I will hop in stream later RN. I am in hospital B.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Take care. Hope everything is well. I will talk to you later. Appreciate you popping in and saying hello, though. Appreciate that. And yeah, we went all the way up the discipline tree. We did have to have a few points, you know, moving back into improved power ward shield in order to proceed onto force of will, chastised, and now what we're working on right now, as we level the next 4 levels, we're going to be putting a point into improved power word shield, 1 point into resurgent shield, and 2 points into divinity to kind of max out at level 60. At level 60, I'll come up with a better plan as far as talent points goes. For healing and DPSing in between dungeons, right? Kind of survivability, but also being able to put out damage. We'll come up with a better plan there. Now, jumping over into gear, we got the Swift Capture's Cap. That is from Gilneas City. We have the pendant from the Hinterlands Elite. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that button. I want to move this down a little bit. Someone died in Ragefire Chasm. Well, actually, a couple people died in Ragefire Chasm. There's 2 deaths so far. Yeah, the neck piece is from the Hinterlands Elite. The shoulders is from Gilneas City as well. Random BOE. What are they called? Yeah, everyone's dying in the RFC. Oh, man. It's just not announcing it. Oh, and the server restarts in 1 minute. Dang. Well, there goes the 4th one. That's 4 out of 5 right there. Well, the server's going to be restarting in less than a minute. I did not know that we were going to restart so soon. Pray for a rollback is what everyone's saying. Well, 25 seconds on the server restart. Huh. Well, I guess we'll be back here in about 15 seconds, because I did not expect the server to be going offline in 6 seconds. Okay. Okay, we'll be back. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and... Boop, boop. See what else we can play in the meantime. I did not expect the server to do a restart here in the middle of the gameplay. I guess what we'll do in the meantime, take a look here at some options. Played that game. I would need to update my entire game. Well, if you guys are popping into the chat, unfortunately the server did do a bit of a restart. I'm gonna go ahead and see if it will be a quick restart or if it's going to be a prolonged one. Go ahead and pop over in system channel. Yeah, looks like it might just be a restart. We might have a quick restart here, and then we'll get going once again. And in the meantime, what can we play in the meantime while this is loading up? Go ahead and pop in. That. Until the server comes back up, go ahead and play this. So here on the vertical side, we're gonna go ahead and play the forest up until our World of Warcraft gets going, and then I'll swap over the stream again here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and check out the forest here shortly. This will be a continuation of our old series, or we'll play a new game for the time being. I'll go ahead and kind of showcase what it's like, and then I do want to do a full playthrough of this game at a later time, but for the time being, we'll go ahead and get started with the normal mode. Now, what this game is, it's a bit of a horse survival game. And we're still going to be popping over back into World of Warcraft, but the server disconnected and I'm waiting for it to come back up. So while that is happening, we'll go ahead and begin to pop into the forest for a bit. And essentially, we are on a plane right here. We can look out the window. We have our son with us. There's a book over there. I can go ahead and hit E and take the book. Go ahead and move gameplay back to the front.
Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened.
Server's back up. This looks like an interesting map. And then we do a crash. Plane's going down. And then there's complete darkness. Something came by and took our son from the flight, and that is essentially where the game begins. It is a survival horror game where we crash landed on an island. A entity came up and took our son from us, and now we must look around for survival. Now the server did come back up, so I'm not going to be continuing here from this. We'll pass back over to World of Warcraft. Boop. And we'll go ahead and pop over. Let me go ahead and change my game back over to World of Warcraft. I do want to do a bit of a survival gameplay, game session with the forest to kind of showcase that whole game as well. I think it's a really interesting story, but we're going to go ahead and continue with our scheduled adventures. Let me go ahead and pop back over. We're getting back logged in to World of Warcraft. We're going to be continuing our hardcore adventure. We did have a bit of a jump there because the server had to restart. But it looks like we're back online. Okay, we are back in the game. And as we said earlier, we're going to be heading to the west over here and doing by any means necessary. If this is your first time here to the stream, I really do appreciate you guys popping in and saying hello. Definitely go down below, give this video a big old thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead and pop that way. Think. Hello. Drop a comment. Say hello. Oh, wait, I never went live over here. We're not live on short form. And I always forget I have to hit live. Although it's not showing that I go live on the side. So in my this one. Vertical side.
Power to the Forsaken.
I'm gonna go live again. And now I can see it. Okay, now we're live. And now it works. Okay, a little bit of technical difficulty there. Okay, essentially we are just kind of getting going once again. The server did a restart and my other vertical stream did not get going. So we're going to go ahead and redo our introduction, and then I'll go ahead and kind of trim off the beginning of my other prior stream. So if this is your first time here, welcome into the channel. My name is Unchallenged. Welcome to Unchallenged Gaming. We're going to be continuing our adventure on our hardcore level 56 priest. We are going to be questing in Felwood today. So we're hoping that with the amount of quests that we have left to complete, and us being probably about 5 or so bubbles away, we should be able to hit level 57 today. A couple groups that I'm looking for are BRD, Blackrock Depths, if we can get a dungeon for that to go and do some arena runs. I could pick up some healing gear out of those runs pretty quickly, for sure. If there's other dungeons that are out there, like Hateforge Quarry, that could be a potential dungeon as well. We can kind of showcase that. But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started. And drop in the comment section below if you guys have any specific questions, comments, suggestions, or just, you know, anything else. And let's go ahead and get into it. We will go over talents and back again here in a bit. I won't go over it right away because generally someone asks later in the stream, and then I'll just go ahead and put a timer or a marker on it. If you guys are watching this on the YouTube side, there'll be like timestamps down below, so for some of the more, maybe some questions or something. Nice crits. So over here, we're just taking out any of these satyrs over here. Essentially, we're just going for these horns. So that's all that we need from them. We can see somebody else is over there as well. Some paladin fighting for his life. He's got 500 damage life, or his 500 life left, and he won. Let's see. Addie said that they will pop in later. Excellent. And everything good. Yeah, okay, everything looks good. Check your soul. What the heck? Where'd this guy go? Did he just respawn? We'll pop a renew. All of our damage that he's doing to us is being negated by that renew, plus his healing on top of it. Boom. I do feel a little bit of lag. I don't know if it's my game or my computer. I don't have much stuff running in the background of my computer. Oh no, I do have my AI there. I can close that down. That usually takes up some process. That should probably make it better. So right now, what we've done is we're working on the quest called By Any Means Necessary Part 1. Now, some people do this up top. If you're softcore, you can do a combination up top with the other quest that we skipped over yesterday. But the reason that I'm not doing the above quest up there is because on the hardcore side, there are tricksters up located in the northern portion of the map. And if you're a hardcore player and you happen to be tricked by the, the tricksters, you get put under mind control, and then you are then open to be attacked by anybody. Okay. I just saw somebody run by there. Oh yeah. These guys do have a pretty quick respawn rate. Just be cautious not to get more tricky, situational. Yeah, it's offline. A lot of warlocks like to farm in this area because they get the fell cloth. So there's fell cloth that drops here, and then there's the ruins as well that drop from this location.
Strength and honor.
Okay. My family just got home from their appointment. Now this is a pretty easy kill quest. You're just running around. All you're doing is collecting horns off these guys. See, there's no specific amount of mobs you have to fight here. You just have to take them off individually, one at a time. That's pretty much it. And we go pretty quickly, guys. I do want to go ahead. Oh, there's a demonic ruin right there. We'll go ahead and grab that. And I'll probably use it after this battle, just to kind of, I'll toss a renewal myself and then heal my life while getting that mana back. Look at that, bam, demonic ruin crit. It crit me for 1,000 life. So I was at full life, I used that demonic ruin, and I got crit for 1,000 life that it removed from me. So imagine if I had been below 1,000 life. That's not a good thing to imagine, but if I happened to be below 1,000 life, it would have killed me at that moment. You got to be careful with the demonic ruins. They're great things to get mana back, but it's a double-edged sword. You get mana back and you lose your life. We got a scroll of intellect. Let's go ahead and pop that. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually post in the chat here. Whoopsie. That we are 56 priests looking for BRD Arena. And I guess I should put shadow resistance on here. Shadow protection, since we are going to get bolted by a bunch of these guys. So 56 priests looking for BRD. There is a couple other dungeons I could be doing, such as, what is it, Sunken Temple. I don't have all the quests for the Sunken Temple. BRD, on the other hand, it has a ton of gear that I can quickly get from the arena. In less than an hour, I can be equipped with a ton of different pieces. 54 DPS if you find a group.
Excellent!
Hey, we got a Cape of Healing. 26 healing spells right there. Although it has no stats. If anybody else is online, Grizzled is online as well. He's over here in Perales. Sorry, Felwood. I'm gonna get the stamina buff. Oh wow, it went up that quick. I just had to tap it. I didn't have to wait. That was 10 seconds. Also increases stamina for 10 minutes. Okay, wow. I barely have to eat it and I get the stamina buff. Potion. One of these Nagarfoggers will turn me into a skeleton. There we go. That's all I want. Skeleton. Oh wow, getting shot by two of them.
Yes!
Is that leather belt? 6 strength, 7 intellect, 9 spirit. Pretty much trash. We're only at 20. Ooh. We're gonna be further along. That requires you of spider teeth. Another ruin, I'll take that. That's it. And renew. Yeah, those Dominic ruins kind of keep your uptime pretty good. If you know what I should have turned in while I'm down here? I should have turned in Cleansing Felwood, because then these guys may have dropped the Tainted Shards. That allows me to uncorrupt these whipper roots. Such. I did get another green. These I've got 3 greens off these Fellstorm guys. I've killed 25 of them roughly, and I've got 3 greens. So this is actually probably a pretty good spot to grind. If you're looking for greens that you can disenchant at level 50, I think this is a pretty good spot. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, fire. These guys, from what you can tell, they don't do anything special. The main thing is the casters, and they shoot shadow bolts at you, but they don't do a whole lot on it. Go ahead and just chug another potion. I'm trying to kind of keep my uptime here. Can't wait to get some more gear that has intellect, stamina, and spirit, because then my uptime will be even better. If you guys haven't, actually I haven't seen the tier 1 gear that Turtle WoW has added in. Don't know if the new stuff shows up here at all. Oh, it does on... No, it doesn't. Okay, I'd have to go to a... I think it might show up in Booty Bay. We're going to be passing through Booty Bay in the future. Oh, he's... Out. Okay, we cross over. We're now over 50%. Yeah, it looks like 60 mages are farming here as well. Just because it is like a really good spot. I've already found, what, 3 greens. Picked up a few demonic ruins on the hardcore, on the non-hardcore side. Those things are pretty useful, because they regenerate your mana. I don't think they share a cooldown with your potions, which is awesome. Guys selling a Harpy short bow. 1.8 attack speed, that's pretty quick. Well, 27. I think you're probably better off using just a white item. The white bow from the vendor. Special. I'm gonna go ahead. I haven't used Chastise in a while. I have to put this on a better keybind. But it kind of dazes them. It only dazes them for a short amount of time because I hit him with a Holy Fire. What don't I use often? Put it on. I'm gonna put it on my Mind Soothe. Bind. I gotta use my Chastise more often. I need to use it. Okay, looks like you control up towards me. That. Watch this. Zap. Little Chastise. And the stun lasts for 2 seconds to kind of disorient. I'm gonna go ahead and If you guys are just joining for the very first time, welcome into the stream. If you guys have any specific questions for me, let me know. Right now we're questing in Felwood. We're working on the quest called By Any Means Necessary. We're going to be turning out a whole bunch of quests down here and then making our way back up north to work on those quests that are kind of in between the winter, spring, and Felwood kind of area. If you have any questions for me, this is a good time, as I'm just kind of chilling and killing at the moment. I thought I killed that one. That, go away. They actually do quite a bit of damage, as you know. We're actually getting hit pretty hard. But not hard enough. They don't hit extremely hard in comparison to other mobs that we were fighting yesterday. I wasn't seeing what these guys were hitting me for. But the ones that we were fighting up north in this little area back here, the Jadar area, those guys were hitting for 350 damage a fireball. If I was getting hit for 350 a fireball by these two guys, that'd be 700 damage apiece. That would just be a little bit excessive. Only when you've unlocked Infernos, your earliest is 55. Resist, knife. Stop. RFK, level 30 paladin goes down in RFK. That means there's more to come. Only the paladin died. Only the paladin died there. Level 30 paladin died. He may have been the tank, he may have been the healer. Islanders could be anything, so he could have been any role. I wonder what he died. He died to the Razorfen Spearhide. Huh. I think that must be the boss. The first boss that you fight, no, the third boss, whatever, the guy that has two ads with him. I think that may have been them. I do have a demonic ruin. I can probably use that here shortly. Oh, resist. Dude, how are you not dead? And another demonic ruin. I'll go ahead and pop one. I know that at the max I'll take 1,000 damage. That was after I got critically hit for it by it. Also refill myself. And oh, there goes another. Oh no, that was a 32 paladin. Now in Stranglethorn. I thought that was still within RFK. Lots of paladins dying. There's a lot of paladins dying, so much for the OP class. And we just got another green, but it's an emberstone this time. We're about 3/4 of the way done now. Dang, he has 6 center fall bands at the G base, and it can trade them down. Those are really nice rings for warriors, rogues, druids, hunters. And they're not even unique. I would love 2 of those on my warrior and my future warrior.
Our ancestors be praised.
Another demonic ring. Going. And you can see here they don't share a cooldown with the ring. Oh. One. We just need 12 more. We're playing our Murloc. This is our disciplined Murloc right here, guys. We are playing a Murloc class. Another green. This time we picked up a male piece. So here's all the greens so far that we picked up. So 66 silver, 54, so that's a gold right there, 57 silver, and a gold. So we picked up roughly, what, 2 gold and 60 silver. Just kind of killing mobs in this area. Now, if we had a higher efficiency rate, like for killing things, like if we were like a hunter or some class that could just chew through these guys much faster, it would be a pretty good return on the time that it takes to kill these guys. I feel like hunters have one of the best kill speeds in terms of pets on this server. Hunter pets do an insane amount of damage if they're beast mastery, plus they're buffed. They're rocking. Oh wait, we're looking for one more BRD arena run tank 58. God damn. We are out of mana. Nice, crit back to back. And that was all my mana. Okay. Can't even do a renew. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just sit here and chill. Get our mana back up. There's a lot of groups right now running. There is a ZF group that's looking for one more healer at level 46 plus. That's a little bit beyond my level. They're looking for one more for a BRD arena run. And
good morning. How do you get those auras?
How do you get those auras? What do you mean by auras? What do you mean by the aura? I'm not 100% sure on that question. I have milky scrolling stats on the right hand side. And that's all the text and stuff on the left and the right. This is the milk scrolling text, if that's what you mean, potentially. I am a disciplines priest. So if you're looking at the aura, if you're talking about the aura that's kind of going around me.
As the light's coming out of your PJ.
Oh. On my class. Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with Hardcore World of Warcraft. If you are, excellent. Now on Hardcore World of Warcraft, discipline priests have the ability to, hey, welcome into the stream, and appreciate the subscribe, by the way. Appreciate the subscribe. Big shout out to Astar with the subscription on the YouTube side. Appreciate that. Now, back to the question you had asked there. In terms of the auras, so whenever I use a holy fire and I open up with a holy fire, I have this talent called Purifying Flames. So I have a 100% chance when I use my holy fire that I increase all my upcoming holy damage for 12% for 10 seconds. So that's where that aura comes from around me. So as soon as I open up with a holy fire right here, I'm going to get this boost in the top right. That's called Purifying Flames. It's going to increase my holy damage going forward by 12%. And it's a nice kicker because it boosts my damage by a good amount. I'm going to get this guy back here as well, huh? And there is another aura that comes from Enlighten. So you'll see it proc there. It only procs occasionally. Now the Enlighten gives me another aura whenever I cast a spell, whether it's discipline or holy. I have a 10% chance to burn myself for some life, but it boosts my damage by 15% for 8 seconds. So it is another little boost. Go ahead and use a ruin. But yeah, that's to answer your question. If you're asking about those specific auras around me, then that would probably be the one. But thanks for asking the question. If you guys are playing on Turtle WoW, you know, there's been a lot of changes on the talents for every single class. Discipline is really buffed up to the point where it's actually better than Shadow in terms of straight raw damage output and mana sustainability. If you guys are not yet playing on Hardcore World of Warcraft, then I would definitely suggest checking out the server. It's completely free to sign up, download the client, and get started. Probably in less than 10 minutes or so. Pretty easy to get an account going, pretty easy to download the client. There's tons of players online right now, so there's S-Info. Right now, there's over 6,000 players online, and this is at a low time of the day. So it's super early, so it's 9:11 in the morning, my time. But later on, during the high peaks of the day, there'll be anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 players online. And boom, we completed that quest. I'll go ahead and shift out of my Murloc form. And I'm going to go ahead and use one of these pouches. Make one of these seedling things. Boop, and what I get? Mage Royal. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get mounted here. And now what we're going to go ahead and do is go turn in a bunch of quests. And Astar with the subscribe. I do appreciate that. I like that. Yeah. When you do have your public subscription public, it kind of notifies the chat and kind of gets a shout out in the stream. I know some people, they subscribe to the channel. And J Fergar, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Big shout out to J Fergar for subscribing on the YouTube side. Appreciate that. If you have any specific questions for me, let me know there in the chat. But thank you for the follow. Thank you for the subscribe. Right now we're questing in Felwood. If you guys have any specific questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we're just kind of chilling and killing mobs, hoping to get level 57 today. I am 5 bubbles away. Also, I would like to know if you guys also play Hardcore World of Warcraft. Let me know in the chat there. Do you guys play Hardcore mode, or do you guys play just regular mode? Okay, so we're down here at the bottom. Here, we're gonna go ahead and turn in, yeah, in all of these quests, we're gonna turn them. So we're gonna turn in verifying the corruption. There is no follow-up quest, but we get 6,000 experience for that one. Over here on the right-hand side, we're gonna go ahead and turn in, what's it called? Blood of Morphus? Is that one that we've completed? No, we haven't done that one yet. We're turning in a collection of the corrupt water. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up Seeking Spiritual Aid. Okay, so we got those quests turned in. I'm taking a look to see if there's anything else here. No, it doesn't look like there's anything else. Okay, we're gonna head south now, and we're gonna turn in Cleansing Felwood. This is what's gonna allow us to get, yeah, they're just looking for a tank for BRD. Really hoping that they would have looked for a healer for BRD. I'd be jumping on that.
Yes.
We're gonna head south a bit down here, and we're gonna turn in the quest called Cleansing Felwood. So now we can go ahead and turn this quest in, and we're gonna get a beacon from this guy. So talk to him again and have him make you a Cenarian beacon. And now once you have this in your inventory, it's gonna allow you to identify corrupted elements of nature, and you're gonna actually be able to get them. So if you're a skinner, you'll be able to get the patch of tainted skin. If you're a miner, you'll be able to get the tainted ventrol from mining stuff within the zone. And if you're a regular, you know, taking out mobs, a hunter, like killing mobs, you'll get these corrupted soul shards just from taking out the mobs in general. And you can turn those in, and you'll get, what do you get from turning them in? I forget. I don't know if it tells me. It doesn't tell me what it is.
The upgrade branch for LVL solo is discipline.
Yes, I would definitely level as discipline if you are leveling from 1 to 60 on the hardcore side. Shadow is pretty good. And let's do a quick shout out for KB on the Twitch side. Hey, what is up, KB? Appreciate the follow on the Twitch side. If you have any questions or comments for me, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I do appreciate you for turning in, hanging out. And Soul Right over on YouTube said, "Hot you this time. How's it going? How far into Classic is Turtle? AQ is out." And Soul Right, if you're still here hanging out with me, Turtle World of Warcraft is way beyond AQ 40. It has been out. This server's been public since 2018. And as far as raids go, level 34 just died in STV. So in terms of raids go, AQ 40 has been out for a long time now. The newest raids that were added.
Any tips for returning players and new to TWoW?
Any tips for returning players? Yeah, I'll cover. Yeah, we'll go over some cool tips. I definitely suggest some cool tips, depending on your class. You have any specific classes that you play, but I'll give you some tips. And in terms of progression on raids, there's 2 new raids that were added into Karazhan. There's the Lower Karazhan, which is a 10-man raid, really easy. Like if you're doing introduction, it's actually Karazhan 10 is easier than Molten Core. So you can go in there in some tier 0.0, tier 0.5 gear and do fairly well through the 10-man portion. And then you also have Karazhan 40, which is 1 level above Naxxramas.
Human Mage ATM.
Human Mage at the moment. I'm really bad with mages. My mage is not very good. So I don't have any specific tips for mages, but in terms of like game progression, I do have some playlists if you're looking for a step-by-step game leveling kind of portion, leveling guide. Then I do have playlists on the YouTube side. So if you're looking for, hey, where should I go level at this specific, where should I go quest? at this specific level, then I have playthroughs of my High Elf Paladin, my Night Elf Hunter, and my Dwarf Priest for the Alliance. And then if you're playing a Horde character, I do have a 1 to 60 hardcore progression kind of quest thing on a Tauren from 1 through 60 on the hardcore side. You don't have to be hardcore to follow along with it, because I explain all the quests and zones that I go to. So that could be a good tip right there. But, oh yeah, we'll just look at this. Atlas has a bunch of the new raids. So above Naxxramas, there's Upper Karazhan Halls. Now, I don't have the latest Atlas loot for this one to kind of showcase that loot. But in terms of raid progression, DG is out, AQ20 is out, and AQ40, which is down here, the temple. We have Molten Core, normal, Ani. The lower Karazhan Halls is, I would call it on par or less than Molten Core. Then you have Blackwing Glare, which has been out forever. Emerald Sanctum is the new zone. It's a new raid in Hyjal. So if you head over to Hyjal, this map and zone has completely been redone, and there's actually raids that are in here. One of them is called the Emerald Sanctum, which is a really cool one. You take out 2 dragons inside of there. You have the Temple of AQ40, you have Naxxramas, and then you have the Upper Karazhan Halls, which is 1 tier above Naxxramas. So Nax drops tier 3. Essentially what Karazhan, it's a 40-man raid, it drops tier 3.5. So yeah, AQ40 is out. And then going back to KB's question, in terms of tips for returning players, and you're playing a human mage, my tip for the human mage would be, there's so many different specs. I haven't played a mage 1 through 60. That's in my thing to do. But I can't offer any specific tips on the mage besides, like, every spec is essentially viable. I've heard that Arcane is really good. But just go and enjoy yourself during the gameplay. Don't be afraid to check out, take some time to go explore, because Turtle WoW has a ton of new zones, right? You're level 18, I think it was. Oh no, you didn't say that. You didn't say the specific level, but right around level 30, you get the newest. Probably a little bit above 30. So Ashenvale will be your newest dungeon there in Crescent Grove. I guess the other tip would be, I don't know. I don't know any other specific tips. Okay. Yeah, I have other gameplay guides 1 through 60 on the hardcore side, but you can follow them as well on the softcore side. So if you are looking for where to quest, where to level, then you should definitely check out my YouTube channel, and I have playlists below. In some of my new live videos, I have all my playlists kind of listed below there. And I think that answers both Soul Right's question and KB's question. Okay. If you guys have any other specific questions, definitely let me know there in the chat. Right now we're playing some Hardcore World of Warcraft on our level 56 Discipline Priest. And somebody did ask the question if Discipline was... Okay, yeah, the upgrade. Is it worthwhile to upgrade professions?
Is it worthwhile to upgrade professions in Hardcore?
Yes. If you don't have access to... I guess
Victory!
It is useful for some classes and not so useful for other classes, right? I leveled 1 through 60 on this character without any specific professions. I have mining at 235 and I have scanning at 300. So I didn't need alchemy. I didn't need tailoring. I didn't need any of the professions to get to where my character's at. Everything that I have, everything that I'm wearing is not from a profession. It's from doing dungeons. So this is from Gilneas City. This is from the Hinterlands Elites, Gilneas City. Just random BOEs that I found along the way. The staff is from ZF. The wand I picked up from a dungeon in Nara. So it's just a BOE, but I picked it up off a mob. We got the ring from Missing Diplomat, that's from a quest. This ring, I think it's either from Desolate or it's from a BOE. Some pants, some boots. I think I picked these up recently in... What zone did I go into last? I think it may have been like for Ralas, Tanaris, or Ashera. One of those zones. Some random BOE pants and gloves. And my boots, I think I got these in Dustwallow. So in terms of professions, if you're specific classes, it could be definitely beneficial. If you're a paladin or warrior, or you're doing some sort of challenge, professions are super useful. Like if you're doing, what's the one challenge where you have to rely on just things that you craft, right? If you're taking one of the challenges where you have to wear what you craft, then obviously the professions are going to be much more important. But for me, I'm a caster. A lot of the things that I'm going to wear are just going to be random items that I find. And my damage is not reliant on a weapon, then it's going to be less important to me. But if you're like a warrior, or a paladin, a rogue, those weapons and gear that you get from the stats will make you a little bit harder to kill. I know for like a warrior and a paladin, blacksmithing is really nice because you're able to craft that steel plate set at level 42 to 45. And then also you have the weapon attachments for your weapon. You can put the sharp stones on your weapons, and you can put the shield specs on your shield. So as a paladin, you could just be able to reflect more damage. So I would say it is important for some classes, but it's not going to make or break your gameplay, where you can't get to level 60 if you don't have the specific profession. I think it'll just help you for sure. And I think that was last one there. Okay, so what we've done is we turned in all the quests down south. There wasn't any quest that we really had to pick up. We're coming back up north. We're going to go ahead and turn in this quest called By Any Means Necessary Part 1. We're going to go ahead and turn that quest in, and we should get the quest called By Any Means Necessary Part 2. Okay, now that we have that quest, we'll have two quests over here to do. We'll have, they call themselves the Eldari, and we have By Any Means Necessary Part 2. Now there is another quest here called To Hunt the Hunter, but this is an extremely hard elite, and not very many people do him. If you are in a group and you do decide to do him, make sure you have at least 3 people, because he does a ton of damage. My next hardcore playthrough is going to be a warrior.
Woohoo!
And I'm not going to be doing slow and steady, but I will be doing hardcore. And I think what I'm going to be doing is doing the challenge where I can only craft. It's the craft master, so I will only be able to equip what I make for myself. So I'm going to be very reliant on my blacksmithing skills, my profession skills. My bag space is going to be essentially 0, because unless I make myself bags, I'm not going to be able to equip my bags. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. You guys do a ton of damage. Did he just hit me for that much life off the get-go? Okay, so what we're doing here is we just have to take out 10 of these mobs, and all you want to do here is hang out on the left-hand side and kind of make your way through, because the other mob that we need for the other quest for By Any Means Necessary Part 2 is on this back left area. Level 30 just died in Felwood. Dang. They did not get their feigned death, it looks like. Come on. Well, I know that this tree works as a... I know that the tree works as a... LOS. And a potion for me. Like that. Now, yeah, there's that one boss right here. To Hunt the Hunter, he's right there. He only has 8,500 life, and my mod doesn't show his damage. Oh no, it does show it down him. So these guys right here, these normal loyalists right here, you can see right here on the bottom right hand side, they do roughly 60.6 yes with their fireballs. This guy over here, this level 57 boss, he does 354 damage to 457 damage. His damage per second is about 162. So every second that he's hitting you, he's chunking out roughly 162 of your life per second. So if you don't have a healer behind your back, he'll take you out really, really quickly. And if you don't have the DPS to take him down quickly, he starts chewing through your guys' player base, your party. Anybody else ask a question? Whoops. Finish this guy off. Am I really trying to wand you down? There we go. Okay, as we make our way in this back area back here, we'll continue taking out these few guys, but the other mob is back here for the by any means necessary. So while you're fighting these guys back this way, you'll want to make your way through the left here and then take a peek back here. There should be the named mob. Hey, we got green. Where's that green? The male helmet. Nothing special. So right back here in the back, there might be some bears, there might be some wolves, but the one that you're looking for looks like he's not here. So he should be like right here, or he's patrolling. We'll come back. He might be respawned. It does take, it shows 5-minute respawn. Okay. We'll go ahead and continue taking these guys out along the side right here. Hey KB, how long have you been playing on Hardcore World of Warcraft? Because you're saying that you were asking for tips for returning and new players. I figured you might be kind of newish. Figured I'd ask. Let's see, I want to line aside this guy's first cast. I'm gonna go right about here.
LVL 18 so far.
Level 18 so far? Okay, yeah, you're really early on then. Are you brand new to the server? Oh shoot, he still got me. 350, okay. You're level 18, you're probably questing in either Westfall or Darkshore. I'm gonna guess. But Turtle Out is an awesome server.
Very new here.
Very new here, awesome. And you're gonna enjoy the server. There's a ton of content to enjoy. Even if you're not playing hardcore, it's still a really good server. There's dozens of new quest areas to level
Finishing up Westfall.
Finishing up Westfall, okay. Yeah, some of the southern part of Westfall is like level 20 area. But it's not a bad zone.
Hey, mate.
Then you'll probably go to Darkshore. And let's see, somebody else. Hey, mate. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Welcome into the stream. Welcome in, welcome in. I think you were the hunter, right, the other day? Were you the hunter? In our merit group? Oh, there he is. So there's the one guy called Astax. And we need this guy right here for the quest called By Any Means Necessary. So it's just a quick, easy kill. He only has 4,000 life. And he doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Are you
I'm also
level?
in Felwood.
Yeah,
with my
there's
hunt.
a lot of us in Felwood right now. Whoa. I said he wasn't
Can
too
we do
difficult.
to hunt the hunter?
It's a hard quest. I don't know if we have enough DPS to do the quest to hunt the hunter. This guy does a lot of damage. He killed my hunter's pet when I was level 58 or 59. I don't know if we could do him. Honestly, I don't think we could do the Hunter without like a real tank and more DPS. He does a lot of damage. If we could get a group going, I'm sure we could do it. That's Hellfire. Unless it's you right there. That might not be you though. Oh no, you were on your hunter. That's a mage.
He resets whenever we go over 20 feet from him. We could give it a try.
Yeah, we could give it a try. You need the hunter. Only ask this guy.
No worries if scared.
Do you need to hunt hunter?
I almost got him solo, but he resetted.
Oh wow, he really reset? I know he does have a reset. I think I tried him on my either my hunter or my paladin. Oh shoot, let me get this guy. Oh, we're shooting both. But you almost got him with your hunter? That's actually really good. We could try him. No, but I could help you out. What's your... Okay, you're inviting me. Firestorm. Found a DPS. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab this quest real quick. Is it shareable? Grab this quest real quick. Okay, we're gonna attempt to do the quest here called to hunt the hunter. The pet is going to be the main tank of this. So I'm hoping that Gnome Car has his pet with Bestial Wrath. Oh no, wait.
What brings you here?
You are a survivalist. I got it. I picked it up. You don't have Bestial Wrath.
No, sorry.
Yeah, you don't have
Can't
Intimidation or Bestial Wrath. So, yeah, it might be a little bit difficult. Gonna rebuff myself there before it runs out. And then I'll go buff these guys up and then we'll try it out. I wouldn't suggest doing this quest solo. Luckily, there's 3 of us here. I think we should be able to do that. You make me do scary stuff. Let's clear the area here first, though. Let's clear everything in this zone. Let's clear it all out. Oh no! Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're clearing out the mobs here. Okay.
At what LVL can you get a mount? FO forgot how long walking takes LOL.
You can actually get a mount on Turtle World of Warcraft from... The earliest quest that you can get is from... Oh, what's it called? Dark Moon Ferry. So right now the Dark Moon Ferry is in Elwyn Forest. You can go ahead and get the first mount, the turtle mount, from a quest. So you go down to the Dark Moon Ferry, you get this quest, and it's called like Torda's Egg. And at level 18, you can take the egg, or you take that quest, you go down to Dark Shore on the west coast. Oh, engaged him. I'm watching this other guy over here real quick. Oh, he's taking him out. You look at the 60 Hunter over there. 60 Hunter is not doing it well. And you want to try and fight this guy. He's got him down. He's gonna get him. Oh, he took him down. Good job. Whoops, I didn't mean to with that. Respawn is 5 minutes, I think. Oh, whoops. Looking for more lower Blackrock Spire. Need healer and DPS. Still too low to consider Blackrock, or lower Blackrock, or any of those dungeons. Orc says and by a dwarf. I would like an all hardcore server where everybody that you run across is hardcore. Oh, is he back up? Okay, that's not him. I would love to have an all hardcore server because that way you know that everyone that's around you is hardcore. He should be respawning here quickly because those were his guards.
Fantastic.
So right now we're taking a little bit of a detour. You can kind of see by the map. We would have turned in the quest by any means necessary, and then we would have went up. We would have finished our Grizzly quest, and then turn in all these quests back up at the gate. Whoopsie. Better make sure we keep you guys topped off. I'll primarily be healing, I think, during this fight, during the beginning, kind of keeping everybody bubbled and healed. And then, because I don't want to pull aggro from the get-go, I don't have anything to reduce my threat. Talented. But I feel like if I open up, he is cuttable, but if we go a bit too far, he resets.
Where did you say the fair is currently at?
Dark Moon Ferry is in Goldshire. It's an Elwyn Forest on the Alliance side in Goldshire. So there's a mob located right in the middle of the fair, and he gives out this quest called Torda's Egg. You pick up that quest at level 18 or higher, and then you can head down to Darkshore by taking the boat in Stormwood Docks to Darkshore, and then all you got to do is follow the road all the way south, head into Ashenvale, and you kill the Nagas that are located on the west coast there. Was that one of ours? A level 60 paladin just died. Level. Okay, we're starting. Oh yeah, we're good. And he's dead. Big fire! Holy cow, level 60 paladin just died. There are a lot of us. Were his last words. Unfortunately, a level 60 hardcore paladin just passed away in Dire Maul. That is unfortunate. Okay, so now that we completed by any means necessary part 2, which was the pus attack dude. Oh my goodness. Level 26 died to a level 58 in Alterac Mountain. Dang, there's a lot of people dying right now. What? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn in. We actually completed to hunt the hunter, which is awesome because you get a nice trinket. This increases your attack speed and your casting speed by 2%.
Good luck, friend.
And we're gonna go ahead and turn in by any means necessary. You should have completed this one. Now there should be a quest called by any means necessary part 3. You do not need to do this quest because this is, you have to venture deep into the stronghold. So if you click on this quest, you'll see here that we have to go back down south. It says venture deep into the stronghold in Jadeir. Slay Orthalak. So there's that cave back here in the Jade area at the front. You would have to go deep inside of that specific cave, down, and travel through the trenches and go and defeat this guy named Orthalak. Now, I would not suggest this quest on hardcore, and me having not played softcore, I've never actually completed this quest, so I'm going to go ahead and abandon by any means necessary part 3. And we're going to head up north. I think everybody else took off. Everybody on
Now
the
that
group
I
said
got the
take care.
2-speed attack increase trinket, is it worth using over my 9 agi 7 stam 1?
As a hunter, is the
I don't even
increased
know, I just
damage-
wanted to kill that guy for fun, haha.
Hey, it's a quest. It's a quest and an experience. I'm 1 bar away from level 57. Is 2% attack speed good over agility? So you're basically, it's 14 agility and crit for 2 attack power for 2 attack speed. And a lot of times hunters don't really want high attack speed because you're not able to weave your other shots in between. So it really depends on your current weapon, how fast you can attack with your weapon. Are you able to weave your arcane shots and multi shots between your steady shot? That's kind of like the ultimate decision maker. If you have to look at your clips. Are you clipping your arcane shot and multi shot in between your steady shot? If you are, then you have too much attack speed, and you need to decrease your attack speed by either getting a slower bow, weapon and stuff like that. Oh, there's survival. So in that case, yeah, as a hunter, survival, your damage is all mostly.
I'm survival.
Yeah, your survival. So all your damage is mostly white damage. Like white damage is your bread and butter. So having more attack speed is probably better for you, for sure. So if I put this on, we can see that my haste. So my Holy Fire right now casts at 2.9 attack speed. If I go ahead and put on my main set and I swap this.
You keep
trinket-
forgetting melee hunt is a thing, haha.
Yeah, I really do. I don't ever consider it. Okay, so my Holy Fire is at 2.91 seconds, and I put this trinket on. It's now at 2.86 seconds.
Okay,
So
thanks, mate.
it took off roughly 0.05 of a second off my cast. Is it worth it? Probably not, because there's still... I mean, it's not a bad trinket. It's better than what I have in most cases. We need to kill grizzlies. That's right. I passed all of the grizzlies on the way up here. I got distracted. I need to take out 6 more grizzlies. There's actually a really good spot to take out grizzlies right back here. So I'm going to go ahead and stay in this left area over here and take out a whole bunch of grizzlies.
Oh wow,
And then I
you
can
got a
finish
pretty
everything.
flask already. I need to buy one. I got 200G. What's the average price?
You can, I think, Petrie's, you can buy them for about 80 to 90 gold a piece. Yeah, 80 to 90 gold is pretty normal for Petrie. Are you planning on staying hardcore at 60? I wouldn't really need a Petrie, but I do a lot of dungeons in the higher end. And I'm planning on staying hardcore at level 60. So if I do any sort of dungeons like Lower Blackrock Spire, Upper Blackrock, like any endgame dungeons, I usually like to have a Petrie. The most deadly dungeon that I know of for me is Lower Blackrock Spire, because people get teleported sometimes into the summoners and they get taken off into the room, they get taken down into the scorpion pit. There's been a lot of issues in the past. Yeah, I wouldn't normally have a Petrie on me if I was just going 1 through 60 on hardcore just to become an immortal. But because I like to do the high-end dungeons, I like to have a Petrie on me. I don't have the survivability of other classes to get away, like a Feign Death or a Vanish or something like that. Paladin with their bubble hearth. I didn't miss any questions. Nope. Okay, good. If you guys have any other specific questions for me, definitely let me know they're in the chat. Right now we're finishing up the quest called
I don't know, I
Bearing
see so
Corruption.
little PPL doing dungeons and raid. I'm kinda scared to go Inferno, but that was my initial goal.
Oh, it is your initial goal. We do a ton of content on the, it depends on your guild, honestly. The guild that I'm in, I've been in this guild now for about 2 years. My paladin is completely inferno. I have 3 other hardcore character level 60s. My paladin has completed up until Emerald Sanctum, the first boss, and done all of Blackwing Lair. My hunter's done Molten Core a few times. My druid's never touched Molten Core. He's my last 60 that I got, and I just haven't played up with him a whole lot beyond 60. I've started gearing him out a bit, but it's not too dangerous in most senses. It just depends on your guild. We run dungeons at level 60 to gear people, so instead of taking just 5 people into a group and doing like Stratham or Skolomance or something like that, we usually do 10 people in the group, because our objective isn't to complete a quest or get experience, right? When you're doing dungeons at level 58, 60, you know, obviously you're gonna get to level 60. Your main objective is to gear people out. So we see a lot of people in the chat looking for people, you know, looking for more for Stratham or Skolomance, and they're doing, or lower Blackrock Spire, and they're looking for one more player, and then I ask them, hey, are you guys doing like a 5-man or a 10-man? And a lot of the times they're just doing a 5-man, which is a lot more riskier. We usually go for gearing individuals out, so anybody that needs dungeon, or, you know, loot from that dungeon, we want to bring them along. See, there goes a real hunter right there. Them with their owl pet. Too bad he didn't name it. Okay, we need one more bear. Come here, bear. And then I'm gonna hit level 57 here. No, you do pretty good damage. You actually kept up with the rogue during that Mara run. You kept up with the rogue on damage, because you have that weapon from the Magrum rep, I think it is. That's a really nice weapon. That'll last you for a while. And I think we did have another melee hunter with us in our guild for a while. I don't know what happened to them. Got some stuff here in. Don't need that. That's trash. That's trash. Trash, trash. Male, 16, intellect, no stats. Oil cloth, if good. Life fruit, I don't. Okay, we completed every single quest that we have in our quest log for Felwood at the moment. We're gonna go ahead and head up to that town up north. Whoopsie. If we take a look at our quest log, we got a ton of quests completed. So we're gonna head up to the Talon Branch Glade, and we're gonna turn in a bunch of quests. If you guys haven't finished your Grizzly quest, this is a good time to do that. You guys should essentially be done with everything so far. And yeah, we're gonna head up this way. There's only one quest over there. The stolen notes. Oh no. Did I not do that one? Hold on, where is this quest at? Allow me a moment to collect myself. Pay no heed to my wounds, they will heal in time. Listen closely. The furbolgs who attacked me not only caused me harm, but also stole my precious notes. Oh, okay, no. We haven't done that one yet. Yeah, that's in the Fulberg area. It's up here in the right. Oh, there it is right there on my map. Okay, we're not going there just yet. We're going to go ahead and turn these quests in here. Oh, oh. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Did I miss? What happened? And a resistance. There we go. That was one tough wolf. I just want to get level 57. nothing special in terms of oops. Nothing special in terms of like talent points or anything, but we're just gonna go ahead and turn in some stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go here, we're gonna turn in the Varying Corruption, complete that quest. At this point, you guys can go ahead and get the quest called In Foreign Hearts. This is gonna take us to Tel Aviv. We are going to be heading to Tel Aviv here shortly. We're gonna go ahead and pick this quest up. In the back, we're gonna go ahead and turn in the Unhallowed Branches. I don't think there's a follow-up from this, but dang, we did hit level 57, so ding, level 57. Ding, level 57. Okay. And then, there we go. And we're going to go into this house over here, outside this house, and we're going to turn in the quest called, they call themselves Illidan. And appreciate it, grats.
Cheesy.
We're going to go ahead and turn in the, call themselves, ooh, there's a thing here called. Where is this at? Never have I ever seen that mob. Looks like someone's fighting it down there somewhere. See here. I don't see where they're at. But yeah, well, I'm not worried about it. He may or may not make it. Looks like he's going to be cutting it close, and he lived, yeah. I don't know what boss that is. Okay, up here we're going to go ahead and turn in the quest, no questions asked, and there's no follow-up. Now, there's only one quest up here that we still have, and that is the Stolen Notes. So we're going to go ahead and be working on that here in just a second. But first, we're going to run up and turn in to speak with Nephian. So we're going to go ahead and put a talent point into Improve Power Word Shield. And we're almost heading into Winter Spring. Dang, look at this. We're already a bubble and a half into 57. And we're almost done with Felwood. All we got to really do up here is turn this quest in. We're going to pick up the Dead Wind of the North. And then we have to kill these Furbergs down here for 2 quests. For the Notes quest and for the Dead Wind of the North quest. I'm pretty sure is the one that we're going to get here. We're going to go ahead and turn in Speak to Nephian, and get Northwood of the West, Northwood of the North. Okay, and okay, now, at this point, if you want, you can jump on down south, right down here. Now, there's, oh, whoops, I thought somebody was fighting him. Take him out. You can see here, we have to go ahead and take out West. Right here. Northwood of the North. Deadwood of the North. We have to take out these mobs. We have to just get a kill quest. So it's a pretty easy kill quest. Now, the other thing you have to do, look for these 2 logs down here on top of something. Where is it? There should be the quest. Oh, yeah, here. On the stump on the right-hand side, we're going to go ahead and pick up the notes. This is going to be for the quest called the Stolen Notes. And bam, we picked up that quest. We also picked up, yeah, we picked up the notes. And we picked up the page. So you can go ahead and accept this page here. So now we got the Felwood Conspiracy.
Fantastic!
Fantastic. Who's gonna hit first? Okay. got a little gnome. Left him. And yeah, this is just a little kill quest. It's a pretty easy quest to complete. We're just going to be running around here and killing these guys. Yeah, there's a shadow priest right here. Who's going to kill the mobs faster? I'm hoping that he opens up. Ah, he's not going to open up. So he opens up with Mind Blast. He power word shields himself. And he mind flays. Look at his mana. It eats so much mana up. Not sustainable. I don't need that one. What do I do? Why doesn't it monitor? Oh, weird. Do I have a stone? I do have one. My buffs are gonna fall off again. Boom. Okay. They're all down. And we'll proceed. Okay, so our main objective here, let me go ahead and go to reputation. What we're looking for is, where is it?
Glory to the Quel'Dorei!
It's called Amber. Roll down until we see the Timber Maw rep. We're going to show this as an experience bar. So what we have to do here is we have to kill the Timber Maw guys here for the quest, but we also need to kill it till we're about halfway. Oops. Oh, my stuff fell off, huh? So we also have to kill these mobs and up until our reputation bar is about halfway through that last bubble. And then when we turn this quest in, we'll go ahead and get that last half a bubble. So we'll actually be here for a little bit of time. If you guys are enchanters, this is a pretty good reputation to get. I think there's like the 15 agility wrist enchant here. That's pretty popular. Or maybe not the wrist. I think it's the weapon. I think it's 15 agility for the one-handed weapon. You can actually verify that by clicking on here, going to reputation and factions, go into the what's it called, Timber Maw. Timber Maw hold. So you get a little trinket here. You call forth a helper, a Timber Maw ancestor who helps your side. He heals you for 40 seconds. So that's pretty good. You also get, yeah, there's the weapon enchant. So it's a 15 agility weapon enchant that you get from this guy at Honored Reputation. So if you guys are looking for specific things, yeah, there's, oh, it's both enchants for agility. You get the 25 agility at friendly, and you get the 15 agility. I don't know if I want to fight both of you guys. I'll just power word shield myself. And what is up? Welcome into the stream, Stacy. Appreciate the follow. If you have any specific questions for me, definitely let me know there in the chat. My mana is super low and I shouldn't have engaged, but I did. But looks like we're good. We're in the clear. That And let's see here. GW over on YouTube says, do you like Turtle WoW for their
Do
custom
you like
content?
Turtle WoW for their custom content, or is it more to not pay Blizzard? I have been getting this server in my algorithm a lot even though I'm a classic player, lol.
Honestly, I love Turtle World of Warcraft for their custom content. It is not only the custom content in terms of, hey, there's a couple new zones. No, you get 2 new classes. Well, you get the High Elves for the Alliance, you get the Goblins for the Horde. They each get their own starting zone. So, Horde, the Goblins start off on this island called Blackstone Island, so it's completely custom. The Alliance, they start off in the Thalassian Highlands, which is up in this upper portion, kind of like Eastern Plaguelands. Now, that is just 2 new starting zones for the 2 new classes. World of Warcraft, or Turtle WoW, has also introduced the islands called Telebeam, which is a level 58 sort of content area. You have these 2 isles down here. You have the Gilgem Isle and the Lapidus Isle off of Stranglethorn. That is completely custom. That's around 55. I'll probably be heading here shortly. We have Gilneas, which is a level 42 to roughly 50 zone, depending on, if you're playing softcore or hardcore. You have new dungeons. So you have a dungeon in Ashenvale. You can enter around 34 to 40. You have Hateforge Quarry, which is a kind of like an end game dungeon at 54 to 60. You have Karazhan Tanman for those trying to get geared up for Molten Core. It's a pretty easy early entry raid. You also have, so you have Karazhan 40, you have Karazhan Tanman. Karazhan 40 is a new raid that they just added just less than probably a month ago. That drops tier point 3.5, so it's a step up from Nax. So those people that were stuck in Nax gear at the very end of vanilla with nothing else as far as progression to go for, there is a new raid that's a 40-man raid, Karazhan Upper. There's also the Emerald Sanctum. So talking about Hyjal was completely revamped on Turtle World of Warcraft. It's got a lot of elites here, so it's a level 60 zone, but there's some daily quests and stuff you can work towards over here. And then there's the Emerald Sanctum raid, where you have to take out the dragons from the Emerald Sanctum. And here, if we go into their loot, you can see here that they actually drop really good stuff. So my paladin wears the Jadestone Mallet. This thing is huge. 10 stamina, 10 intellect, 13 spirit, and then 160 healing spells. So it just gives you a lot of custom additional content, new raids, new dungeons. Their next expansion, or the next edition of stuff that they're adding into the game, they're going to be adding the Timbermaw Hold. So in Shara, they're going to be adding a dungeon into here. The Timbermaw Hold will hold I think like level 40, I think like a level like 48 to 55 dungeon, I think is what it's looking like. There's some new areas like the quest for the Horde. There's a ton of new areas for the quest for the Horde and Alliance. It's just kind of located throughout the map. So yeah, I do enjoy the content. It's not so much. I paid World of Warcraft. I paid Blizzard money. Back in 2019 when World of Warcraft Classic came out, I signed up for World of Warcraft Classic. I played to 60 and I had fun. It was the same experience I had back when I was a vanilla player in 2005.
That's pretty cool. I didn't realize they added that much, was wondering why it kept showing up. I appreciate the detailed response.
Yeah, it's not only the custom content, they also redid all the talents. So classes that weren't optimized, like paladins back in vanilla, were not optimized for tanking, they weren't optimized for damage. They completely revamped. Every single class has their talent trees revamped. So specs that weren't really viable for leveling, such as Discipline Priest, right? You would level Shadow generally as a priest. They've been they're pretty much viable now. Hold on a second. Discipline Priest here, you can see I'm leveling Disc. One of the main benefits of Disc is that anytime I open up with Holy Fire, I have a 100% chance to increase my damage by 12% for 10 seconds, meaning that I open up with Holy Fire and then I start smiting. All my smite damage is going to be boosted. I also have Searing Light, so every time I get a critical strike, I have a 100% chance to make my next smite instant cast and cost 20% less mana. So the discipline priest becomes, instead of like, you know, not really like a healing spec, not really like a damage spec, it's actually kind of like a an offensive holy, you know, it's a smiter. A lot of people like that from Diablo 2 era, the Fists of the Heavens. They enjoyed smiting stuff or like launching missiles down on people versus the shadows style of it. Turtle WoW also made paladins have a taunt. They gave them Hand of Reckoning. They boosted their protection talents and their retribution talents. So every class is basically redone in a better way. There's a lot of detail out there. There's a lot of new additions to Turtle WoW that just make it an all-around better experience. Because I played the classic experience. I played it for about a year. And then I was like, you know, this is the same experience that I got back in 2005 when I picked up the game. It was a really good experience. I had a lot of fun. It was all brand new to me. But now it's 2019. I've already played this content. I played it up until 60, did some raids, but I wanted more. And that's where I started looking at other servers, and I ran into Turtle WoW right around 2020 or so. And I started playing it, and right at that time, they started to release the class changes, which started changing the way the class is played. And then I got started on it, and it was a really good experience. And then as of that time that I've been on the server, they've just continued to add more and more and more content. And it's just made it a better experience overall. Okay, so now we've completed both the quests up here. We've completed the Deadwood of the North, and we've completed the Stolen Notes. At this time, hey, come back here. At this time, you should have also picked up the Darkwood Ritual Totem. So if we take this quest inside of the, inside of that tunnel, if you have the reputation needed, you have to be neutral. So the Timber Maw will not speak with you unless you're neutral reputation. So right now we can see as a reputation where we are hostile. So we actually have to kill couple more of these guys to become about halfway with unfriendly. And once we're about halfway with unfriendly, we can turn in this one quest, and it should boost us to the neutral state. But yeah, thanks for asking the question there, GW. I would highly suggest checking out Turtle World of Warcraft. It's completely free to start, just like you mentioned. You know, is it because people don't enjoy playing on the Blizzard servers and paying them? That's not the case. While it's nice not to have to pay $15 a month for a 20-year-old game, the content itself is just better. So I would suggest anybody out there who was looking to check out the Vanilla Plus experience, head over to Turtle WoW, or yeah, I think it's turtlewow.org, make an account, download the client, and then get started. Check out the new classes, like make a goblin, make a high elf, do the starter zone right, spend like an hour just kind of playing it, and check out the experience of the server. And if you enjoy it, awesome. Hey, you get to start something new. If you don't like it, hey, $15 a month Blizzard is still there for you with the old content. It's not too bad, like $15 a month
By the light
for
of
the
the
service.
moon.
I just wish that if they're going to charge you $15 a month, that they would make the expansions free, kind of like Turtle WoW. They don't charge you for anything to play on the server, but they do have the shop. Like if I do /shop, you can buy miscellaneous things. You can buy a character name change, a guild name change. You have different skins you can unlock. So if I want to play as a specific Demon Hunter skin or a Dwarf Death Knight skin, those are nice. You can also expand your bag slots. You have the brainwashing device, which lets you save up to 4 specs. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Right now, we're just killing everything. It doesn't really matter what it is. I'll go ahead and touch this so I get that full 10-minute stamina again. And doing the Lord's work out here. Oh yeah, I don't like the idea of Ascension.
Seems well worth it while I tried the Ascension one for a bit, but the classless WoW thing was kinda confusing.
Yeah, I'd never tried Ascension. I looked at it and it looked like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I liked the classic feel, and I didn't like the classless of Ascension. It just looked like, you know, every class could be everything. That's why I didn't like retail, because there was no uniqueness to any specific class. I like the uniqueness that every class brings to a party. Like Mage is gonna bring in that polymorph, that sheep. They're gonna bring in the Mage Water. They don't have heals with them, right? You know, every class brings something utility-wise that's unique to them, which retail, like after Wrath, like during Cataclysm, every class started to kind of do the same thing. It kind of felt like you could just mash buttons and every class could just do whatever the other classes could do. And then Ascension is kind of like that, where everything is kind of classless. Every class gets like that random ruin, I think it is. You can equip it, and it's kind of like Season of Discovery. I feel like when Season of Discovery came out, they kind of copied Ascension in a way. Oh wow, they took him out back there. We're about almost halfway with the experience. I think we should be at a good point now where I can go turn in the quests up north and become neutral.
As a Warlock player for 20 years, I can confirm I am only used for my lock rocks and summons.
That's hilarious. Warlocks are still used for the summons and the candy, although I haven't played a Warlock on Turtle WoW. That's still on my list of things to play. So my current goal on Turtle WoW is to play every hardcore class and race combination all the way 1 through 60. So what that means is right now I've leveled a High Elf Paladin on Hardcore 1 to 60. I leveled a Night Elf Hunter on Hardcore 1 through 60. I've leveled a Tauren Druid on Hardcore 1 through 60. I'm leveling a Dwarf Priest on Hardcore 1 through 60. So my next class combination is going to be an Orc and a Warrior. And then I'm going to be doing like a Gnome Mage. Then like a Rogue, what's it called? Goblin. And then, you know, so I'm going to have a unique race to class combo. No. Okay, that's yours. I hit it for you. So every class that I play, or every class that I play will have a unique race with them. So eventually I'll have 9 different level 60s of a different race of a different class. That's kind of the end goal. So eventually I'll get down to playing a Warlock. I have played a Warlock, but I think my highest level Warlock is like 35. And all I leveled them up for was as a bank alt. Okay. I have 16 feathers, and I think I'm at the reputation now. Okay. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and head back up here and turn in Deadwood of the North. Actually, hold on. Nope, not yet. We're going to go over here first and turn in the stolen notes, because once we come back this way and I turn this quest in, I'm going to go through the tunnel. So it just makes more sense to do this stuff down here first and then go up versus turn the stuff in at the tunnel, come back down this way, and then come back up to the tunnel, right? Yeah, Warlocks are still very used in the raids. On the hardcore side, you're pretty much needed for specific fights, for banishes and stuff like that. Warlocks get geared very, very quickly because there's just so few of them that actually play. I feel like in terms of all classes, Warlocks and Shamans are at the bottom in terms of classes that are played. This guy's still over there. And classes that are played a lot are Warriors, Paladins, and then you have your mixed kind of classes in the middle. That, yeah. So yeah, we just ran south. We turned in stolen notes here. Completed that quest. And now we can head up north. I'm gonna go ahead and get this totem right here. And get the quest, Deadwood Ritual Totem. I'm pretty sure I should get the reputation after I turn in this quest up there. Deadwood of the North. And then we have a bunch of feathers. I think we turn these feathers in 5 at a time. So we should have the reputation. So I killed the mobs down here, the Fulbergs, up until I had about a half a bubble left of reputation to get. So if I look at my reputation for Timbermaw Hold, we're at 2925 of 3000. So I need less than 100 reputation to get neutral. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this quest in, and I'll let you guys know how much reputation we need, like how much reputation we get from this quest. But then the feathers will also help us. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna go ahead and talk to this guy. We'll turn in Deadwood of the North. Pick up whichever item is best for you or sells for the most. And there we go. We got 150 reputation from that. So yeah, you would actually need, you know, less than half potentially. But now we're at neutral. We can go ahead and talk to him again. And we'll go ahead and get this quest called Speak to Salfa, which will turn in on the other side of the tunnel. You can go ahead and talk to him again. If you didn't get that reputation you needed, go ahead and turn those feathers in. Yeah, it's 5 feathers. So here I can go ahead and talk to this guy. And each time that I turn these feathers in, I get 50 reputation. So there we go. We got that reputation with us, right? Okay, now that we are now neutral with the Timbermaw Hold, we can go into this tunnel. So it really works out pretty nicely. I've seen a lot of people try and fight their way through here. If they just spend, what, 30 minutes taking out those Furbergs down there below, doing that one quest and turning in some feathers, you have no issues getting through this tunnel with without having to fight your way through it. It's not worth trying to fight people in here. Now, I'm pretty sure I can't turn this quest in. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I can turn it in. Okay, so if you guys did pick up the totem quest, I don't, right here, this Deadwood Ritual Totem. Oh, I can't turn it in. Patient. I'm not at war with him, but I just can't turn it in. So it looks like I need friendly reputation, unfortunately. I didn't notice that in the quest. Called Deadwood Totem. It says take the ritual totem inside Timbermaw Hold and see if Furbugs that will use for the item. The Timbermaw will not speak with you unless you are of neutral reputation or greater. So I am with neutral reputation.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm unfriendly. Oh. Well, okay then. I'm going to go ahead and drop the quest called Deadwood Ritual Totem. And I'm going to go ahead and toss this totem from my inventory because it's just not needed. Okay, on the other side of the tunnel, we're going to go ahead and turn in Speak with Safra. And right now, we're going to go ahead and skip the Winterfall activity quest. This is going to have us taking out some mobs over here. We're not going to be doing that right now. Okay, now that we've done all that, you should be on the lookout for some feathers that are on the ground. And we only need 10 of them for the quest called the Moon Touch Wildkin. So we need 10 feathers. And these are kind of scattered all over the ground here. We'll see a bunch of them where we're going to be turning this quest on to, questing to. Level 26 died in Duskwood. What level 23? In the cemetery. That's not a hard area. He must have got taken out by a caster. Okay, so we're going to head over here along this road path right here. And there's quite a few quests right down this way. We're going to turn in by this water. I can see a couple feathers here. I'm going to go ahead and pick these up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if you guys have any specific questions for me, definitely let me know there in the chat. And then we're going to go ahead and turn the quest in down here. There's multiple quests we're going to turn in. We're going to go ahead and turn in the New Springs. And we're going to go ahead and skip there are no volcanoes here, I believe. Threatening reason. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and skip Strange Sources. That's a Hydro quest.
How are you?
We're going to go ahead and turn in into Secret to everybody.
Watch your back.
And now we're going to go ahead and let them do their little thing. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this feather over here. I'm looking for feathers right now. Now this is where people get the deadly quest that kills actually quite a few hardcore players despite it being a really known thing not to do. You're gonna get this quest called the Vendir Elixir. If you don't trust yourself on hardcore with this quest, you can skip it. I think there's some more feathers over here as well, so I'm gonna go over this way. Could be, yep, there's a feather right there.
Hail to the night.
Hail to the... Oh, look at us. We're at 6 feathers so far. Nice, quick, and easy. You just need... Oh, there's another one right there. With my tiny little feet. Okay, now that we've given Donova some time, we're gonna run back to them. Now, like I was saying earlier, you're gonna have this quest called the Vendir Elixir. At this point, we're still gonna pick it up. You're not gonna get the potion in your inventory, so this is still fine to pick up. But if you don't like this chain quest, you'll be able to drop it in the future, where you're not gonna have the potion on you to drink. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Looking for some more feathers along the way. Oh, there's one right there. They should be respawning. I just kind of want to finish up this quest here. Okay, I need 2 more feathers. I should be able to finish it like right here. Yeah, I see 1 feather right there and 1 feather right here. And that's going to have 10 feathers total. So we're going to finish up the Moon Touch Wildkin quest. Okay, at this point, we're going to be making our way to Everlook. Yeah. It's a long, treacherous path here. The main thing here on the road is we're going to be watching out for, like, there's a 3 Furberg pack that goes on the road. That's all that would take you out if you're not careful. If you're AFK, running on the road, or just watching something on the side, we may not even see them.
Glory to the Quel'Dorei!
Undying, you're made for slow and steady. It's good. Like, I think this is my slow and steady. I think my other guys were slow and steady too. Okay, we have arrived in Everlook. I'm gonna go ahead and buff myself up real quick before I head into here. I don't want to trigger something accidentally when I'm inside there. And what we're going to go ahead and do is head inside of Everlook. We're going to be looking for a few quests. We're going to get the quest called Trouble in Winterspring. And then we're going to get this quest over here called Enraged Wildkin. And then head inside of the inn. And there should be a quest in here called the Everlook Report. Yep, right here, Everlook Report. Go ahead and accept that. Okay, now that we got those 3 quests, carefully exit Everlook. And we're gonna go and get the flight path for the Alliance. Right back here in the back. Okay, here's the flight path guy right back here. Make sure you pick him up and you can fly around. Oh wow, I didn't know I could fly south directly to a sheriff from here. Nice. Okay, at this point, now that we got that flight path, we're gonna head northwest towards this little Starfall village back here. And there's a couple quests back here as well that we're going to turn in. We're going to go ahead and turn in that Starfall quest. What is that? A huge Yeti. Oh, it's an ogre. Oh, it's a pet that does something. Wire. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, there's the little 3-pack runners. They're level 57, and they hunt in a 3-pack. If you get caught off them off guard, they do quite a bit of damage. Oh, lag. Level 38 just died inside of this. What? Where did he die at? Oh, Curzon. Oh, okay. He died inside that cave. That was deserved. Don't solo that cave. Okay, up here at the Starfall Village, we're going to head into this awesome looking house. And we're going to go ahead and turn in the quest over here called Starfall. Boop. And we're going to accept the quest called The Ruins of Kilthali. And over here, we're going to go ahead and turn in The Ruins of Kilthali. And there we go, we turned it in. At this point, we're not going to do the Trouble Spirits. We're just going to go ahead and leave that. We are going to go ahead and turn in the Enraged Wildkin, which is that feather quest, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to not pick up the Enraged Wildkin Part 2. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're just kind of turning in some quests right now to kind of remove out of our quest log. We're not going to be doing any quests in Winter Spring yet.
What brings you here?
We're almost level 60. I'm gonna toss out some stuff that I picked up here that I just... That's interesting, the cloth. Look at these stats on this cloth right here. It is 5 stamina, 9 intellect, 4 spirit, and then damage done by nature spells and effects by 17, but it's cloth. So like shaman and druids do nature spells, I'm pretty sure, but it's just cloth. It's not leather or mail. Cloth. That's interesting that they gave me that. Oh, 12 stamina ring. Not bad. Okay. That's it for this area. Let's go ahead and get mounted. So now that we've turned in all these quests over here... Oh, I can't go that way. We're going to jump off the balcony. We're going to head back west, back towards Donovan back there. Donova. And turn in the quest called Trouble in Winter Spring. And then at that point, we'll be continuing on to the next zone. We're not going to be questing in Winter Spring. Right now is not the time to be doing that. I think the next zone that we're going to be focusing on, let me go pop over into my notes here. So after we have done Ashera and we did Felwood, the next zone that we're going to be heading to is Telebeam, it looks like. And at 57, I think we should be pretty safe for Telebeam. I'm going to not track Emermaw as my experience bar anymore. So we actually have a couple options right now. I have never done this Lapidus Isle, and I know that we should be at the level now for these quests. They're level like 54, 53 level quests. So we'd still get like a lot of the experience there. Versus if we head to Telebeam now, these quests are 56, so they're just slightly higher than... They're just kind of like at our level. And I know some of the quests there can be a little bit trickier. So what I'm going to do is probably head towards Lapidus Isle, but not in this stream. I'm actually going to be finishing up my stream here shortly because I started my stream a bit early today. I did want to end my stream a little bit early as well. We have been playing here for about almost 2.5 hours. And we've accomplished the rest of Felwood. We're just kind of turning in some like onesie twosie quests. If you guys have any specific questions for me, now would be a great time to ask it in the chat, as we're just kind of chilling. So right now I'm going to go and turn in this quest over here. I'm going to go back into the tunnel. I'm going to go into Moonglade and get the flight path. And then I'm going to take the flight path down to Feralis, I think. Or we can go to Darnassus.
What's on your mind?
We're going to turn in Trouble in Winter Spring. Beat the quest. And we're not going to pick up this quest called Threat in Winterfall. We're going to do that later. Like I said, Winter Spring is still a little bit higher level than what we want. It's not bad. I just prefer to go other. Yeah, see, like we could take out these guys. These guys are 53, 54 in this area here. It's just that as we get into this zone back here, it gets into be 58, 60. Some people at level 57, they'll grind on the Yetis over here outside this cave. That's actually a pretty good grind. It's just that I'm slow and steady. I don't want to grind on mobs. That's really not efficient.
Outstanding!
So I'm going to continue my questing adventure. Okay, we're diving back into the Felwood or the Timbermaw Cave. And be making our way back this way. And instead of going straight over the bridge to the other side and out back into Felwood, we're going to be dropping down up here. Right over here, we're going to be dropping down and then making our way out the path to the north. Now this path right here, I don't know if I should take the trinket and just kind of equip it and boost it. I think I'll probably exit this tunnel in the next 30 seconds before I have a chance to use it, but I'll equip it just in case. It just make it go faster through here. Rats. This guy's probably leveling his character to level 46 as a trade guy. Yeah, there we go. Boost it. Boost, boost. And look at that. We increased our speed by a bit just to get to the end of the tunnel. Okay, we can go ahead and get mounted now. And all we're going to go ahead and do is if you're Horde, your flight path is going to be right there to the left. Don't get tricked into touching it. If you're Alliance, your flight path is going to be over here somewhere. Dude. Somewhere, oh yeah, there it is right there, by the pillars. Okay, we are going to go ahead and grab this flight path right here. Now, at this point, I have a note saying I need to fly to Ferales. Then go into the inn and accept the Joy Spire request. I'm going to do a quick look up on this quest. John Spire. Got a quest. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. Because this quest here, you pick up from I think what I'm going to do is head to Darnassus. Oh, I see. We're doing that portion. We're doing the Endear Elixir stuff. Then we're gonna hearth up the astronaut. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, at this point, guys, you would talk to the flight path guy and fly down to Ferales. I'm not going to be taking the flight path. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a shortcut. That is because I have access to my guild base, which is located almost in Ferales. But for you guys that are not located in Ferales, you guys would have to take the flight path down there. So all I'm going to do right here is head over here into Ferales. Go ahead and sell some stuff real quick while I'm waiting. If I have anything I can sell. Oops, I don't need. I only have one more packet of seeds. So that'll be nice to kind of toss this stuff out of my bag. I'm gonna go ahead and use this evergreen pouch with my last pack of seeds. Oop, and hopefully I get junk. I got junk. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, we're gonna fly down here and turn in a visit to Grengen. And then I'll tell you what to do there. We don't actually need the pay quest, but we do need the pay quest. Do and don't. Okay, so we're gonna talk to this guy over here. Once you're in Felwood, you take the flight path down to Felwood. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna talk and get the visit to Greggen. Turn that quest in. You're gonna go ahead and get the quest called the Haze of Evil. I don't think I can make it back up there. Maybe. Oh wow, I made it back up. Haha. Okay. Oh, it's gonna bug me out. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, nice. So after we get that Haze of Evil quest, you're gonna run up this way. And essentially what you'd have to do is you'd have to buy bait from that one guy back there, from the NPC that we just picked up this quest from. But because I have a griffin, I don't have to wait to buy the bait. I don't have to buy the bait for him to lure this guy away. Normally you'd have to lure this Mibian Snarltooth guy away with the bait. So you could place the bait down, he would get lured away, and then the wall would come down, and you could go through here and have access to these guys back here. In my case, I kind of cheated it a little bit. What a buffin' Chad. And we're going to go ahead and pick up these Ever Root. These are Vindir Elixirs. These are the little roots for the Vindir Elixir quest that we just got in Winter Spring. We're going to go ahead and pick up a few of these. Oh, I can only pick up one. Is that it? Oh, what am I thinking of? Okay, we don't need the Haze of Evil. No, we don't. Okay. We just need to, yeah, we just buy the bait, come up here, put the bait down on the ground, pick up one of these Ever Roots, and then all you're gonna do is get out of here. I'm about to get dismounted to get out. Whoa, there we go. Jump out the back. And head back south to that NPC. And we're gonna give him this Everroot. And we're gonna get 3 Fendir elixirs from this guy. Now, yeah, this is the quest that a lot of people don't like getting because you have a really high chance of drinking these things in accident and killing yourself. Which, I don't know if I should have said that on the stream. But you will unalive yourself by drinking the Vindir elixir. Don't do it in the game. In the game, World of Warcraft, there's a quest called the Vindir elixir. If you drink it, your character dies. Okay, coming back over here to this guy. I'm gonna take out this bear. How many people did we see die today? This constant flow of hardcore players biting the dust. It is an unfortunate. So far in Dying 4 came in with the funniest rhyme. Try harder. Okay. We're going to go ahead and turn in the Vindir elixir. There is the evil root. We'll go ahead and continue. We get 3 Vindir elixirs, which we have to drink in the Tanaris quest. We're going to go ahead and turn this quest in. And we got to return these to Snow and Winter Spring. Okay. At this point, I didn't even get any experience from this, did I? Quest, received item. I just have the elixir sitting in my inventory. I'm not too comfortable with this quest on the hardcore side. I thought I was going to get experience from this quest, so I'm going to go ahead and just toss that. If you guys are softcore, you guys can continue along with that chain. You'll essentially take it back up to Winter Spring and turn it into Donovan and Winter Spring. Then she'll give you another quest to go to Gadget Sand. You'll go to Gadget Sand, turn the quest in. They will have you go into the graveyard in Inaris and drink the elixir to see the effects, where you'll talk to an NPC when you're dead. So I don't want that to happen to me. I'm going to go ahead and abandon the Vindir elixir and proceed back down. We're going to head over to Feather Moon Stronghold. Level 11 bites the dust. We are almost coming to a close, guys. Oh. Yeah, the boat's here. Did I just get here? I wasn't watching. Go, 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 go. Hold the boat. We can make it. If it starts taking off right now, we would be like, ah, oh, made it.
Our ancestors be praised.
Okie doke. Let's take a look here. What is going on in the chat? I didn't miss anything. GW says a Warlock player for 20 years. Okay, I got that question. I think I've answered all the questions so far in the chat. If you guys have any specific questions for me, go ahead and drop them. We're going to be heading over to Felwood Stronghold at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a quest over this way. I'm going to go ahead and head into the inn and be picking up a quest called Joan Spy Request. I thought this was the quest that I'd get in Darnassus. I do need to make a note.
Glory to the Quel'Dorei!
And there is a Stronghold quest for Rallis that I could have picked up in Darnassus, but I didn't pick them up. Okay. Pushes off the boat. Pushes coppers. Oh my goodness. I didn't even notice. Let's see where we at. We need to transmog our gear a little bit. I'd like to find some white robes and some shoulders that kind of look better. We have a ton of tokens. I have 118 fashion coins, so these are coins that we used for...
What add-in is that for your unit frames?
Unit frame. Oh, this one right here where I kind of see my player and stuff. That's Luna frame. Luna? I think it's just called Luna frames. Yeah, Luna. If I type in like Luna and I type in Luna config, you can see all the customization here. I can kind of change. So anytime I'm in a party, I can adjust where my braid will show up at. So let's see. There's a Luna menu. So here's all the options from, yeah, it's called Luna unit frames. So the way that I have it set up is that I show myself, my player. I have a pet. I can show my pet. I can show the target of my pet. I like having my target show up over here on the right hand side. Otherwise, if I don't have that enabled, you can see it won't show up. But I like seeing what I'm targeting, right? And then I have my target of target. So the target that I'm looking at, I can see what their target is. So here it'll show, here's my target of my target. Some people don't like their party frames to show up over here. I'm one of those people. I don't like to show my party frames on the left hand side, so I usually disable this, and I will only have the raid frame show up. So I have raid frame show up. So when I'm in a party, my raid frames will show up as a raid frame instead of a party frame, and then it'll show up right here in the middle. This is nice for my vertical stream, so this actually shows up within there. And yeah, it's got a lot of customization to it, so yeah. It's nice so I can target the healer, or I can target like a tank, and I can see what they're targeting, like how much the life is, like what their focus is and all that. It's pretty nice for that. Okay, so I am here.
Vishnu Allah.
I think I had my notes backward. Other moon back.
Asha Fela.
I don't think the quest that I'm looking for here is actually here. Go peek over here real quick, but what this quest is. I think this is a Dire Maul quest back here.
Hello.
If I'll bring the web. Yeah, Dire Maul. That's a Dire Maul quest. Okay, so that's not one I want. Yeah, I think I just have to move.
Thank you and grats on 57.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, we hit level 57. We're actually a few bars now into 57. We should hit level 50 on Monday for sure. There's so many quests in Telebeam and Lapidus that we didn't get done. Like, I haven't been to Lapidus yet or Telebeam, and that's kind of like the new zones I'm going to be traveling to. So I'm not too familiar with Lapidus. I was going to do it earlier around 52, 53, but the mobs there were 54, 55, so I felt very weak compared to them, so we kind of left. We're going to go back there. Okay, so at the top of the tower right here, we should get the quest called the Mysteries of the Morrow Grain. And we're gonna go ahead and turn in the Mysteries of the Morrow Grain because this is one that we picked up in Darnassus. So we've been doing this for quite a while to get those Morrow Grain things. Go ahead and pick up the one that best works out for you guys or sells for the most. I'm actually kind of tempted to go with this 10 intellect, 11 intellect, 10 spirit, just to kind of test out that spirit gear. And then I can go ahead and buy another pack of seeds. I'm gonna see if I can get... Oh, I don't have any more Ungoro soil. Wait, what? I have it right here. Oh, it requires 2 Ungoro soils. Well, that is too bad. I'm actually completely out of all of that. And I only have 9 of these grains left. Oh no. Okay, that's okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump down from here, and at this time, guys, let me go ahead and take a quick... Yeah, we got that Felwood conspiracy quest in Felwood. So what I'm going to do here is I want to finish up these last quests.
Oh, nice going HC. I'm doing HC on Telebeam right now.
You doing hardcore on Telebeam? You are brave. Telebeam is a PvP server. The fact that somebody is doing hardcore on a PvP server is just insane. What class are you playing as on the hardcore side? I'm guessing either a rogue, a druid, or maybe a hunter. Those are the most common hardcore classes on the PvP side. Okay, once we went to Feralis, we did the Morrow Grain quest upstairs. We went, and if you guys are doing the Vendir Elixir, congratulations. You guys are probably, you guys have that quest. At this point, we're going to be hearthing Holy cow. Dang. Level 54 on the hardcore side.
Not brave, more like stupid. A druid, I'm 54 right now.
That's insane. That's really good. If you got level 54, you haven't died, and you're doing PvP server, that's brave. I wouldn't consider that stupid. I mean, you've made it far so far. So right now, yeah, as we said, we did the Ferales quest. We got the Vindir Elixir. We got the Morrograin quest turned in. Now what we're doing is we hearth back to Astronaut. We're going to run up into Felwood. We're going to turn in the Felwood Conspiracy. If you have the Vindir Elixir quest, you guys could continue to head up north from there through Felwood here, through the tunnel, and turn it into Donova, just to kind of get that quest completed as well. But I do not have that quest. Also, if you guys have any sort of the tainted items, yes, you guys can go ahead and start prepping them. I don't think I have very many. Oops, I can't see my inventory. I have 6 patch of tainted skins, and I have 14 corrupted soul shards. So go ahead and start doing your count. If you have any of the corrupted blacksmithing, like the mining stuff, or skins, or the soul shards, we're going to turn those quests in really quickly as we're making our way up into Felwood. And then we're going to turn in the quest called the Felwood Conspiracy. And then essentially we'll be done with our stuff, I'm pretty sure. We'll take a look. But yeah, congratulations on level 54 on hardcore on a druid. Druids are a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing my druid. Like after the changes, after the class changes, their druid downtime has always been very little, but now it's even better. Like the amount of damage output that people do, you can stun for that additional second with the pounce, and you get the extra shreds in. Who else gave their first pet till 60?
Yeah, you need a second account to spy on the other faction. Both sides have a dedicated group of HC hunters. Last week my buddy died at 54, a paladin. He got killed by a hunter at the flight path.
Oh man. That's brutal.
Druid damage is quite good as feral.
Yeah, I leveled my druid as feral. It's so easy to take stuff out. You open up with the pounce, it's stunned for like an extra second. That means you get 2 additional shreds in. Like you get shred, then you get an additional shred. And then by that time you have 3 stacks already, but you can do a ferocious bite. Your early on talents boost your ferocious bite by 15%. Plus there's there's other boosts, right, for feral. By that time the mob's already down to 25% life, like from the get-go. And then you just kind of claw them down and they're dead. So yeah. Oh wait, whoops. I got distracted here. We went into Felwood. Back here in the back area, there's, where is the NPC? Did I pass it? Is that him? Oh, that is him. Whoops. Okay, I thought I passed him. Over here on the right hand side, as you get into Felwood, you should have collected some corrupted soul shards and some tainted skin potentially on your adventure. Go ahead and talk to this guy and turn those in. You're going to get some experience. You're going to get 4,200 experience per these turn-ins. Check that out right there. Look at our experience getting boosted. I think I got more shards. Now you only get experience for the first turn-in, so I would recommend turning in whatever you have right now. And then if you have extras that you can't turn in, unless you plan to grind in Felwood, I'm going to go ahead and toss my shards and my skinning because they're just going to eat into my bag space. Oh.
I do pounce for 1 bleed, then a shed for a 2nd bleed, and then rip for the 3rd bleed. Claw does 30 more damage per bleed, so that kicks ass.
I don't know why. I don't know if that was my bot that did it. Yeah, it's such a high. I have to look at the spam. I have to look at the filter. The profanity filter, I think, is tuned up too high. Obviously, it just. I think it puts you on a timeout for saying ass. So I don't know. I can't undo it in the chat. You do a pounce for 1 bleed, then shred for a 2nd bleed, then rip for the 3rd bleed. Claw does 30% more damage per bleed, so that kicks ass. Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just druids are a ton of damage. I enjoyed playing on my Feral Druid more than my Retribution or my Paladin, because the damage output and survivability just seems really high. Okay, so we went into Felwood, we turned in those corrupted items that we had in our inventory, and I tossed the remaining ones out because I'm not going to be hanging out here too long. We're going to go ahead and turn in the Felwood Conspiracy, which is that note that we picked up. We're going to go ahead and get the quest called... We're going to get the quest called Morrow from Felwood. Morrow from Felwood. And there should be another quest here.
Hi, dude.
Hey, what's up, only me? Only me. It's only me. I have a... Go in the house and get Felwood Ancient. I don't see the quest called Felwood Ancient. I don't think I have that quest. That might be if I had the Corruption quest. But welcome into the stream, only me. I think I have to take out the owls.
Thank you for your help. I now have the turtle.
Oh, nice. Congrats, KB. Yeah, the turtle. Okay, so the way that the turtle mount works, you can get it at level 18. It's going to continue. It's kind of slow right now, right? But it gets
and then
better.
You get a talent to regain 10 energy per tick of bleed, and combined with Omen of Clarity, you don't have enough abilities to dump your energy fast enough.
So the way that the turtle works is it goes half of your level speed. So if you're level 18, it's going to go 9% faster. If you're level 20, it's going to go 10% faster, and then just get faster and faster and faster. So by level 40, it'll be going 20% faster. If you don't buy your training mount at level 40, right, for that 60% mount speed, it'll just continue to go, to just increase slowly. I have to take out some owls. If you have the turtle mount in your mage, like the turtle mount might be faster than your blink, but it might not. So you just have to kind of decide if you're kind of just running from one target to the other. Just staying on your feet and blinking might be faster than mounting up. But maybe for long distance travels, it just might be fun to have some, you know, some fun turtle to kind of chill and sit on. And then the last question over there we had from Aniki says, and then you get a talent to regain 10 energy per tick of bleed. I don't think I had that one. I don't think I trained that one. And combined with Omen of Clarity. Only me said, okay, wait. And Omen of Clarity.
I was chatting with you last Monday. We talked about your late hardcore LVL59 Paladin.
Oh, yeah, my hardcore paladin at level 59. Okay, I did die. I kind of remember that. It was last Monday. Okay, yeah, I did remember on my stream I talked about how my first hardcore paladin died at level 59. Yep, way to bring up some past memories. Past deaths. No, my paladin, yeah, he died, but it was a good learning experience. Good learning experience. We are taking out these owls. Man, they don't drop nothing. Another owl. I'm looking for the owls for this quest that I just put up. Ah, okay, only me. Do you also play on Turtle WoW? I forgot. Some of the people that pop in here, they've never played on Turtle WoW, and then there are a few others that actually have played on the server. It's kind of nice that we get a mixture of people that
You
have
were
played
in
on
the hinterlands killing those turtles.
oh, I was in hinterlands at that time. Okay.
Taboo.
That's a good memory. If you remember I was killing turtles, then I'm sorry. Taking out the turtles. Let's see. Okay, keep taking out owls and get nothing. A couple more owls up ahead. Yeah, there's the next one. But right now we're doing Morrow of Felwood. Just a really easy, quick quest. Hopefully, quick quest. The drop rate on this is 8.8%. Holy cow. Only me.
You should try HC on Tel Aviv too.
Oh man, I can't ever suggest anybody playing hardcore on a PvP server. My buddy started playing, like my real life friend started playing on Turtle WoW, and he didn't read all the things that he was signing up for. So he was playing on Turtle WoW, playing hardcore, and he picked up War Mode. So he got to level 10. He was really excited. He
You
was
got
playing
a
on his
risky
paladin.
title name, bro.
Got a risky title name. A risky title name. What's risky? What's a risky title name? And let's see here. Yeah, he was playing on the hardcore. He was playing here on the PvE server, but he wasn't paying attention to what all the game modes he was signing up for. So he started hardcore, and then he also picked up war mode at that same time. So at level 10, he was pretty chilling, and then he got killed off.
I was asking you about Turtle WoW at the time. I haven't got round to that yet because work has picked up a lot. People get banned for streaming this.
They don't get. I've been streaming Turtle WoW for years, and never had any issues streaming Turtle WoW. There's people streaming it on YouTube. There's people streaming it on Twitch. I've been playing on the server and probably streaming it for 3 or 4 years now. Never had any issues. Then again, I'm not like a gigantic 100,000, 200,000, million subscriber channel. So that could be a reasoning as well. I'm just a very tiny YouTube channel. We got less than, 4,000 subs on the channel total. Yeah, I'd never seen anybody have any issues with the server. The Turtle WoW YouTube channel itself has been in trouble in the past because they put out specific things against Blizzard, but those that just play the game and don't, maybe, I don't know, it was different for sure. But yeah, Turtle WoW's YouTube channel did get a hit from YouTube, but they're back.
Did you play that other WoW? I forget its name. It's WoW and similar to this.
There is Turtle WoW, there's Ascension World of Warcraft, and I've never played that. There's Season of Discovery as well. I've never played Season of Discovery. There's a couple other private servers. What's the other one? I think, what's that city up here? Everlook. There's an Everlook server as well, but they're a classic server. Ascension. Yeah, I've never played Ascension.
Yes.
I looked at it and I never played it just
Ascension.
because it's too chaotic for me. I don't like the idea of a classless. I never liked the bland.
BTW, there are
blandness.
more who try HC on Tel Abim on horse is the easiest, as you can level to like 46 by never leaving the Barrens, as the Barrens has 3 dungeons.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, you can probably get all the way to 45, 48 inside of RFD. That is insane. But that's just like a lot of commitment to be leveling from one. Well, I guess the 46 just through Durotar and the Barrens. I don't think I could do that. It would be too much of the same for me. But yeah, I could never play on Telebeam in just a single zone like the Barrens. And I could never play on Ascension because I like to play World of Warcraft for the classes. I think each class kind of brings uniqueness to them. I don't like the retail because after like Cataclysm, a lot of the classes became every class had an interrupt. Every class could have some sort of regeneration, like health regeneration, and be kind of like a healer. I don't know. For me, every class became kind of very similar.
However, play on Alliance P.
I, however, play on Alliance. Oh, you play on Alliance. Oh, you play Night Elf. Yeah, Night Elf Druid then. I feel like Night Elves look cooler.
For
than
the Alliance.
Druids. For the Alliance. I really want to get this quest complete with these dang owls. I haven't got this drop. Here we go. This is going to be the one that drops it for me. Ready? Watch this. Got an 8.8% drop rate, but it's going to be the one. .8% drop chance, and here we go. No.
LOL.
Ha! It wasn't the one. So, only me hasn't started playing on Turtle because
yeah, no way leveling for me. We need to get into PvP zones after 30.
No way leveling for me. We need to get in PvP zones after 30. Looking for some owls. Painted cockroach. No owls back here. Oh wait, there's an owl. There's an owl. Molten Core is in 30 minutes, so may not be looking for a group at the moment. I am not going to be participating in Molten Core today, but maybe in the future. And there we go. We completed the Morrow and Felwood quest. Okay, we're gonna run back and turn this quest in. At least it's really close to the town over here. We're gonna go back and turn in Morrow and Felwood and pick up a Sentinel's Rightful Suspicion. Back over here, talk to them. Morrow and Felwood, and pick up a Sentinel's Rightful Suspicion. Oh, this is one. I go to Feathermoon. In the Feathermoon Stronghold. So honestly, I should have done a few of these in a different direction. And we already got that one. And yeah, at this point, if you guys have the Vindier Elixir, you would be running up north, pick up the N4 and Hearts, head into Winter Spring, and turn in the Vindier Elixir.
I like the flying is a no-no in Turtle WoW.
I like that flying is a no-no in Turtle WoW. I actually would not mind.
You can stream Turtle WoW on YouTube as much as you want. On Twitch you can stream private servers as long as you have less than 2,000 viewing.
Yeah, exactly. I have less than 2,000 viewing. I have right now on YouTube, I got 8 on YouTube horizontal. We got 5 on YouTube vertical, and on Twitch, I have... I got 2 on Twitch. Twitch is my smallest platform for sure. I have less than 200 followers on Twitch. It's the newest platform that I started streaming on. I streamed on YouTube for a long time. I've been streaming on YouTube probably close to 2 years. I just started streaming a month ago again. So between 2020-ish until 2023, I streamed on YouTube. I primarily streamed Minecraft. I did a lot of hardcore Minecraft related game content. And then where am I going right now? We're gonna run up north. Okay.
Flying would ruin the PvP server though.
Flying would ruin a lot of what Classic is. While I do like flying, I wouldn't want it on the server because it kind of takes away from being able to see each other. When Burning Crusade came out and everybody could fly, you didn't see anybody on the ground any longer. Once they hit level 60, once they hit level 70 at that time, you never saw anybody on the ground that was level 70. Everybody that was level 70 was always in the air, that was flying overhead, and they could just dive bomb you, kill you really quickly, and take back off. Druids, they had that flight form as a druid that you could, stay in your bird form, come back down, herb something real quick, and stay in your bird form and just take off. Like, it was so easy as a druid during Burning Crusade. And then from that point on, I like being able to see other players in the world. It kind of gives you the immersion, right? You lose that when you start having flying mounts. For exploration, it's nice to be able to run, to explore the world on a flying mount. There's a lot of cool places on Turtle WoW that I went around the other day and explored. If you guys haven't checked it out, like one of the areas that I was looking at is over in Swamp of Sorrows. There's this castle ridge that's up here. So I was trying to find a way to get up on top of these walls up here.
Flying did ruin Vanilla Zone WoW.
Yeah, flying just took away from from it. For sure. I don't know. As much as I liked flying, I also didn't like flying. And looking at flying, like 50-50%, did I like it? Did flying add more value than it took away? I feel like it kind of took away more of the immersion of, seeing other players on the ground. When you're running around a zone, you see people like everywhere, right? There's people there. There's another guy back there that just kind of ran by. We're all traveling in a direction. We're all using these routes, and you just see people, which is nice. I like to just kind of see the world as it is. It looks a lot fuller when everyone's in the air, kind of just flying in between your specific spots. You're not going to see people on the ground. They're going to take the shortcuts through specific areas, and you're not going to see them so much. Oh, look at this guy. He is speedy over here. Slow down, Speedy. Close. So close. Look at that turtle speed. 3 more levels. Heck yeah. We're almost up here. And flying did ruin vanilla.
No, flying makes BRM fun, and the reason I'm not gonna go there on HC before I make it to 60. It clearly was a massive U-turn by Blizz, because look at the state of the top of 3s. They were never mean to be seen, and also it's cheating while gathering ores and herbs.
It was clearly a mistake U-turn by Blizzard, because at the state of the top of the trees, they were never meant to be seen. Also, it's cheating while gathering herbs and ores. Yeah, it really is. You bypass all the mobs, you land, you pick up the ore, and you take off. Exactly. Plus, you can You dive bomb people in PvP. You see somebody fly.
I loved my
you would-
Proto Drake flying mounts in Wrath of the Lich King, but I wouldn't want flying in vanilla. It's convenient, but it kills the open world.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, exactly. I love my Nether Drake. In Outlands, there was a daily quest down at the bottom, like left of the Outlands, where you could do those daily quests for the Nether Drake. So I had the Proto Drake, but my favorite Drake was still the was like Nether Guard Drake or something like that. Man, I don't
Started
remember
TLOW
it.
last week, first time ever on server. I love it.
Yeah, Turtle WoW is awesome. That's what I'm saying. People that have never checked out the server, I would highly recommend checking it out. It's just, if you enjoy classic, Turtle WoW is classic plus.
Playing
It really
Horde,
is.
but seems kind of empty, unfortunately.
It seems kind of empty. Oh, what server are you playing on? The PvE or the PvP? If you're playing on the PvP side, it might be a little bit empty, but if you're playing on PvE, the PvE server is really packed. Like right now, if I look at server info, there is about 8,000 people on right now. Okay, at this point, guys, we ran up the road. If you have
Horde
not
is
yet
not
picked
empty,
up the
lol.
quest-
He's probably on Telebeam.
Yeah, he's probably on Telebeam is what I'm kind of guessing right now, based off his, if you started playing Turtle WoW last week, you may have started on Telebeam. Telebeam is a PvP server. It has much less people than the PvE server. If you're a brand new player, you're looking for the best experience, I would highly suggest playing on Nordadar, I think is the server. It's a PvE server. But the PvP server... Oh yeah, PvP server, exactly. Yeah, the PvP server is going to have, at a minimum, anywhere from 200 to 400 people
Not
on
even
it.
Telebeam is empty anymore during peak hours. It's like 1,400 during peak and 500 on downtime.
Yeah. Downtime, you're going to have anywhere from 200 to 400 players. Peak time, Eero time, during raid times, you're going to probably have close to 800 to 1,000 players on there. But on the PvE server, if you're looking for that, you're looking for other people in the world, you're looking for dungeons, you're looking for raid content, there's still PvP here on the server. I would definitely start up on the PvE server, as you're going to have a
TBF,
lot
I am
more
just
people.
leveling, so most are max level.
To be frank, yeah. If you are looking for more of an end game experience, I would suggest whatever level you are. If you're not high level yet, I would suggest re-rolling on the PvP server, or just continue your adventure on the PvP server, see how it checks out. But if you're looking for more players to play with, yeah, definitely pop over to the PvE one. But I'm glad that you're having a fun experience at least. Okay, so going back over here, if you guys are following along, we're going to want to have the quest called the In Foreign Hearts. I picked this quest up earlier, so if you guys haven't picked it up yet, it's going to be off the mob right in the back there, right there. You're going to talk to him, and you're going to get the quest called In Foreign Hearts. After you have that quest, we're going to run back up through here. I don't have the Vindir Elixir. I kind of dropped it. I dropped the quest. But you would run through here and go talk to Donova again and turn in the Vindir Elixir. And then you would, we're going to take a flight path down the Ratchet. And we're going to be logging off here, here shortly now. We are now completely finished with Felwood. We finished all of the Felwood zone. There's a couple quests over here that I skipped over, either because...
I am only 32, so I may do that.
Hello.
Okay, 32 is actually pretty high.
Farewell.
I feel like it's pretty decent.
Elun adore.
But if you are looking for more players to play with and party and group with, there's so many more players on the PvE server. So we're going to go ahead and be logging off here shortly. We're going to go ahead and fly down to Ratchet. Our next zone that we're going to be playing at is going to be in Telebeam. So in the next episode, right now, I'm going to be flying down to Ratchet. I'm going to be turning in a quest here called the Volcanic
What spec are you
Activity.
going to level your warrior?
I'm going to start off,
GN mate,
I think,
I'm off
with
to play
armor.
some classic anniversary PvP.
And Only Me says, good night, mate. I'm off to play some classic anniversary PvP. And Pate, appreciate the follow. Marcel the Old, welcome into the stream. Appreciate the follow. And what spec am I going to play on my warrior? I'm probably going to level my warrior arms for the beginning portion. Why did somebody level 29 die to a level 57 in Ashenvale? Whoops. Everyone in chat's going, oh. Everyone in chat's like, leave him alone. Why would you tag him? Okay, well, that was...
How the hell did that happen?
I don't know. Somebody, I guess,
level 57.
Pulled him. I don't know. Who is this? Oh, it's a demon guy. It's in the Demon Fall Canyon. So it's a yellow mob. It's in Ashenvale. Down here, it's a yellow mob that hangs out back here. You don't have to touch him. He's non-hostile. He's yellow. So that level 29 decided to attack a level 57 and found out the hard way that that doesn't work. So the whole chat just went up saying, why would you do that? Oh. Okay.
Twink.
Twink. So, yes. Yeah. We're finishing up this stream, guys. We're going to be wrapping up. In the next episode, I'm not going to turn these quests in yet, but we're going to turn in Volcanic Activity. We're going to turn in Seeking Spiritual Aid. Then we're going to hop on the boat to Booty Bay.
Anyone know of some other WoW streamers?
Turtle WoW streamers? The only one that I know of, if you guys are in the Turtle WoW Discord, so if you join the Turtle WoW Discord server, there's actually quite a few live people right now, from what I see. I'm live. Looks like somebody else named Meow is live with Karazhan 40 man raid, the Karazhan 40 raid, and his channel looks like Meow Gaming. It's spelled really weird, but if you go check out the Discord server for Turtle WoW, looks like they're raiding the new 40 man raid Karazhan on Turtle WoW. Boop. I didn't miss the other comments there, but I think that's it. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, so really quick recap of today's video and what we're going to be doing in the next video. So really quickly, we finished off all of Felwood. So we went through today, finished off the remainder of Felwood, made our way up north, took out the Furbergs, made our way through the tunnel into Winterspring, turned in a couple quests, made our way to Everlick, picked up the flight path, turned in some quests in Starfall Village, came back, picked up a quest for the Vendir Elixir, and then we went down into Foralis, picked up a couple quests and turned in a couple quests down this way. Then we hearthed back up to Astronarf, went back into Felwood, turned in a few items that we had from the corruption, picked up a new quest, and completed it. And now we rode up. We picked up the quest for the Foreign Hearts because we will be heading to Telebeam here shortly. Not in the next stream, but here shortly soonly after. Right now we're going to be heading down into Ratchet, turning in a few quests, not today, but in the next stream. So our main focus in the next stream is turning in a couple quests in Ratchet. We're going to be taking the boat across into Booty Bay. And then in Booty Bay, we're going to be checking out Lapidus Isle. This is going to be custom content that we haven't done before. I went there once early on, but it was a bit too high level, so I left the zone not to be killed off. And yeah, that's kind of the objective of next server. We had Big Ape Gaming said, Unchallenged is the best Turtle WoW streamer. F the others. Just kidding, sort of. Appreciate that, Big Ape Gaming. I do appreciate it. I stream Turtle WoW essentially Monday through Friday right now, so definitely tune in. We're still going to be leveling this guy up to level 60 on the hardcore side. We're also going to be doing the new Inferno quest chain to kind of showcase how that goes really quick. It goes really quick. We're going to check our mail, we get the quest item, and we're going to head into do the Deadwind Pass and become Inferno here shortly. I'm trying to get a few levels here before I do that process. And Marcel Sode, is the PvE server called Nordinar? Yes, it is. So yeah, you can do it on your same account. So on the same account that you're logged onto, on your character selection screen, Let me go ahead and log off real quick. You just click on change server up here at the top. And you can see here we have Telebeam, which is the PvP server, and Nordinar, which is the PvE. Yeah, just go ahead and click on that, and then you can make your character there. Things to know if you are brand new on Turtle WoW is look at your challenges at the top right. This is a new addition to Turtle WoW of how you can do different challenges. So you can actually select different ones at the same time. So I could be a hardcore player with the Traveling Craftmaster. Essentially, that's how I kind of want to plan my Orc Warrior next, is that I will only be able to equip what I craft. I don't know how long, like how far I'll be able to progress with him, but I think this will be an interesting adventure. I'll be doing very little dungeons and doing more PvE quest related stuff. I don't think I'm going to be doing slow and steady on a warrior because I feel like that would be very difficult. Very difficult. But you can see that there are other challenges, right? There's the slow and steady. You get 50% less experience from mobs, but you do get rewards every 10 levels. Level 1 Lunatic, you do a bunch of crazy challenges at level 1, such as completing RFC and other stuff. War mode, you turn on PvP mode. I would not recommend that with hardcore, but you do get 20% more experience from all resources. You have the boring adventure where you only get experience from killing boars. You have the Vagrant Endeavors, you can only equip either gray or white items, and you have Exhaustion where you get no rested experience at any time. I would not recommend Exhaustion because there's really no benefit to it, and tents are so useful on Turtle WoW to just getting you leveled faster. So things that I would recommend are, you know, depending on the setting, are those 4 right there are usually the ones that I would recommend. If you're not doing hardcore, then do war mode. You could do slow and steady. Traveling Craftmaster. If you complete the challenge, you get I think like a blacksmithing thing, like an anvil, I think it is, or like some moonwell. If you do the Vagrant Endeavor, you get a bank, like a bank thing that you can summon and unsummon. I feel like I wish that these were backwards. I would love to get the bank for the Traveling Craftmaster. But yeah, that's how you do your challenges. So if you are looking to start different challenges on Turtle WoW, when you're making your character right here, you just come up to the top, select your challenges, hit OK, and then accept the game. So you can see right here that I would have hardcore mode and slow and steady for this character. But that is going to be it for today's stream, guys. I do appreciate everyone tuning in today. There's a ton of individuals out there, so I hope I get everyone's name right, but we'll go ahead and do some quick shout outs. We have Musical Gamer Addy, who was the first one in the stream tonight. We have Astar as well on YouTube. Big shout out to Astar for the subscribe. We have Kevin as well on YouTube, KD Tinkles, Miles Morales, Aniki, Only Me, Popa, and I think that was everyone on the YouTube side. If I missed someone, I'm sorry. On the Twitch side, we had KB, we had Stacy, Big Ape Gaming, and Marcel the Old. Is the population pretty much 50-50 on Nordinar? I would say, okay, so the differences on, the differences on the servers are on Nordinar. It doesn't matter whether you're Horde or Alliance. It's a PvE server. Alliance can party with Horde. Horde can party with the Alliance. You can actually do raids with Paladins and Shamans all in one. So it doesn't matter too much whether you're going to be leveling an Alliance character or a Horde character. When it comes to dungeons and raids, you will be able to do cross-faction parties. So you won't ever have an issue finding a party as any side. So if you make a Horde, if you make an Alliance, and you're going to be like, man, there's not a lot of Horde people on the server, there's not a lot of Alliance people on the server, it's not going to make a difference because you can party with anybody. So yeah, just like Mr. Big Ape Gaming said, yeah, it doesn't matter so much on the faction. Choose whatever faction you want to play as, and choose whatever class you want to play as, because everybody is going to find a slot. Like everyone's going to find something to play with. So that is it from me, guys. I do appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope to see you guys on Monday as we get back into the grind. We'll hopefully hit level 58 in Lapidus Isle. So that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye. Oop. Hey, have a good one, everyone. Have a good weekday. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.